It's your boy TMR from the TMR Podcast, and this is the Gulag, the Gauntlet Tournament final. So the battle's already happened, and the judges already made their decision. And the winner of the 2026 the Gulag Gauntlet Tournament is MK. Make some noise, y'all.
Yo, I swear it was like around the times when things were going well, when we had to pack guns and then Asher went jail, and then a couple months down the line, me and Morgs think about my nigga doing mad time and his mums. Then I hugged her, I don't know how it came around like this. Then she looked and said, look after the album, Swiss, and make sure that you learn something out of this. And the thought of it makes you wanna, that's her only son, take away your boy from his mother, that's a lonely mum. Protect yourself with a loaded gun, just one of the rules, and Asher weren't the only one. So, for the fact that it's nothing fun when the nigga's trying to put 6 in your gut and run. I don't wanna be another bum, there's another million niggas like me in another slum. But look at what the summer done, couple shootouts, niggas dead over something dumb. And light-skinned Simon for Surrey Lane fell down the track, body got severed by the train. Come on dog, I ain't forgetting Wayne died 97, but I still see him in my brain. All the pain and the memories, niggas in cemeteries. We lost Spider, I pour a little Hennessy, man, and we bring back them if we can. I shed tears from my eyes with the pen in my hand. I'm just trying to stay alive, can't tell if I can. And these niggas wanna put a shell in my man, damn. Yeah, sometimes I just wanna cry, I don't wanna live, yeah, sometimes I just wanna die. But what am I can't act like I'm not alive. Got a whole family to look after, so I gotta try and not. Even though granny's in the last years, gotta stay strong, fuck hanging at the glass stairs. Time's moving fast, I don't wanna be the last hair hanging around my house, sitting in the armchair like does the Lord half care? They're just eating bread while everybody starves there. Look what happened to the motherland, they don't wanna treat blacks the same as another man. And just cause our skin's different colour and I don't change colour, but they called me a coloured man. There's only so much you can take in when your head's nappy with the shade of a slave skin. The ghetto spent most of my days in. I ain't in prison, but I feel like I'm caged in. And I don't even need a chorus, it's the type of number that I dedicate to Stephen Lawrence. And it's scattered down here, everybody's broke, we just need money down here, yeah. No, we don't wanna work for them, cause we wouldn't be broke here if it weren't for them. No, yeah, there's a lot of work to begin here, but first I gotta start most of my work within Pierre. Cause right now I'm an addict for weed, it's so deep I don't even know what happened to me. I gave my life to the streets for the masses to see. My family didn't like it when I hang around with G. My brother went jail, I was trying to bang out a key. Ran out of weed and even fell flat on my knees. Got off my face and fell right back on my knees. One of my friends offered crack to me, could you believe? That could have been my downfall, but I didn't agree. If I could get most of these people just to listen to me. Don't let the streets get the best of you, take it from P. They don't want us making money, so the odds of us getting out the ghettos like none out of free. Release me from these mental chains now, I just wanna be free. I just, inside every time that I hear another's died, I just act like I don't even care for real. Cause I don't wanna kill my own, but if niggas come for me, I ain't tryna be alone, blow. Whatever will happen, it gets done, and it's gonna take more than the mothers against guns. Cause last year they said they was gonna direct funds. When it comes down to it, the government gets dumb on us. They were supposed to give a few mil. Last time I heard something, they ain't done it yet still. They should put a ban on every gun that's real. They're looking for murderers and they're the ones that kill. Who gave these clowns the authority to teach and knowledge me? I don't care about his philosophy. All these fake fantasies just soften me. I don't want this on my conscience, please get off of me. Cause they don't want me to know where I'm coming from. If they did, then I would know where I'm going done. I need some real answers, they ain't showing one. Why'd you think my heart's so cold and I'm going numb? Cause we don't care no more, it's past hurt. I don't wanna shed tears no more. Ready to die for the cause, I don't fear no war. This is how I'm living till I ain't here no more. That's the way I'm gonna die, I don't fear no law. Wanna tell me lies, I don't wanna hear no more. I'm ready to stand up, I don't stare no more. Till everything I'm against isn't here no more. So real.
Yo, what's good? Welcome back to the TMR Podcast. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. Make sure you got your notification bell set on all so you know when we next go live or when we next upload. And I'm here with my guy, Chino. What you saying, my guy?
Oh, good. Salutes TMR, man. Salutes to everybody in the chat. Tom, you already know. Salutes, man. Oh, well, I see we got some more drama.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So the drama between Boosie, Aries Spears, and obviously Vlad TV, all that is still continuing on. Right? As we know, Boosie obviously wanted more money. We saw Vlad TV explain and break it down where the narrative is. Boosie's in the wrong. Then out of nowhere, out of left field, Aries Spears come out the blue and say, well, look, if you're giving Boosie more money, I want more money. And we
But
saw
his views ain't nowhere close to a Boosie. His views not up there like that. And I heard, and allegedly Boosie have went to Patreon and created a platform where he can just speak.
Exactly. Let me create his own ish, right? So as we know, left field, Aries come out of nowhere, say he want more money, and Vlad cooked him. Vlad did cook him. So before anything, let's take it back to the very start, to obviously how it all came about and what it was all about and what it was over.
In Vlad TV interviews, unless Vlad TV is willing to pay him what he thinks he's worth. Now, Sean Cotton from Say Cheese is close to both Vlad TV and Boosie, and he reveals that the reason why Boosie is asking for a pay increase or asking for that much from Vlad TV is because Boosie's seeing what Vlad TV pays 6ix9ine.
I ain't do Vlad no more. We couldn't come up with a agreement.
So yeah, even that. So Boosie felt away because how much 6ix9ine got paid. Because 6ix9ine did get paid big money for the interview he done. He did.
He ain't want to pay me. I wanted $5,000 more than he wanted to pay me. He didn't want to pay me, so I think I'm gonna make more money doing it this way. And I'm editing my interview now.
I don't know what time it is. Let's talk about it.
Uh-oh. Yeah, get ready. In 7 months. Let's go.
The reason why this shocked everybody, well, at least the general public, is because Boosie have sung Vlad TV's praises for giving him a lot of money for these interviews. Now, if you are privy to some information behind the scenes that you know that Boosie lied about how much Vlad has been paying him for years. Like when Boosie went on the Breakfast Club and told the world like he made $500,000 this year off of Vlad TV interviews, but Boosie only did like 8 interviews that year. So people thought that Boosie was saying he was making over $40,000 per Vlad TV interview. I knew behind the scenes Boosie was lying because I understood that Vlad TV was paying Boosie dramatically less than $40-something thousand per interview. But Boosie wanted the world to think that he was making much more than he really was. And that in turn put Vlad in a lot of issues because now every guest that Vlad was trying to book, every high-profile guest, they was asking for the Boosie number, when in fact Boosie was lying the entire time.
Get millions. If not, I can make
ain't that kind of money in it.
I don't want it because I can make $500,000 with Vlad every year, man.
Damn.
Vlad. I don't really need it if it ain't.
Say that, and Vlad help me out a lot more.
So we got to talk about you.
$500,000 with Vlad?
A year.
Close to it.
God damn, salute to Vlad then.
Almost immediately I found out that was cap. I know the real number, by the way, that Boosie was getting from Vlad, and it was nowhere close to $40,000 whatsoever. But Boosie was telling the world this. Now, Boosie kind of admitted he was capping because when he stopped doing Vlad TV interviews for a while, and when Vlad paid 6ix9ine $50K, Boosie then came out and said he only wants $40,000 from Vlad. Well, if you only want $40,000, then wasn't you already getting $40,000? You was making $500K a year from Vlad off of 8 interviews, apparently. So wasn't you getting paid already? But apparently not.
He pitched it to me, and I initially said no because the amount of money was too high, right? I never paid this much for an interview. And I was doing academic show.
And you're not going to say how much you paid him?
I'll say this.
I think you should not. So I back that. Because I feel like we don't want everybody to know what's possible.
I'll say this. It was more than Marlon Wayans wanted.
But besides the perpetual revenue percentage
I'll just
split.
leave it just at that.
Okay.
It was more than what Marlon Wayans wanted.
Right.
Right. But in this case, I felt this really was a very serious interview that would really blow up. Whereas the Marlon Wayans interview would just be a cool interview with a known actor / comedian.
And to be fair, 6ix9ine for the last 5 years or whatever has been very much kind of not doing long form interviews, and especially not the kind of interviews that you do where you go into the depths and details of everything, you know.
What I was going to do, I knew was going to be potentially big, but I wasn't going to do it just because of the price associated with it. And I was doing an academic show, and I mentioned to him as we were just hanging out afterwards, he was like, yo, man, you should do that shit. Yo, that's going to be the biggest shit. You should do that shit.
Marlon Wayne obviously asked for $40,000. We now know for a fact, I can tell you for a fact, Vlad TV paid 6ix9ine $50,000 for the interview. I don't even think it's a secret anymore. So when Boosie got...
Okay, shit there. So you paid 6ix9ine $50K for an interview.
That number in his head, Boosie like, I need 40. Vlad like, you don't need 40. I'm not giving you 40. It's not happening.
Get paid one time, so I got to get paid good. I'm sorry, I don't need a podcast. Are you done with DJ Vlad because he did one with 6ix9ine? Nah. You know how many rats Vlad and did podcasts with? That ain't got nothing to do with that. I ain't got nothing against no 6ix9ine. I ain't got no beef with 6ix9ine. I don't care who Vlad doing no podcast with. That ain't none of my motherfucking business. But you gotta pay me. I don't give a That ain't got nothing to do with it. I'm feeding my family off a podcast. I ain't know what he paid 6ix9ine. He did? Shit. All I want is 40, bro. Like, I ain't on no 100K shit. Give me 40. I'm worth that, right? Am I worth that? 40? That's not why you haven't seen me on Vlad. I'm not mad about no 6ix9ine interview. I didn't even watch the interview. I don't watch other people's interviews. I don't watch other people's shit, bro. I just go up there and do me. I'm not worried about that's his job. If he won't, that's Vlad's job. That ain't got nothing to do with me, bro.
He's been getting caught out there in a couple of lies himself, man.
Who Boosie?
Yeah, he's been getting caught out there in a few lies on video.
To do with this situation?
This situation, other situations too. Just him personally.
Is it?
That's not it. I just haven't been paid. When it's time for me to get paid, when anybody, it's not just Vlad, anybody who want me on their podcast, I'm ready. I'm so ready. I'm so ready to talk about this shit that's going on. I'm ready. I've been ready since in November. I'm ready.
I can tell you this for a fact. That 6ix9ine number that's flowing out there, that has been the biggest hindrance from Vlad TV and Boosie sitting down. Vlad offered Boosie a raise. Like, Vlad offered to give Boosie, a little bit more money, but Boosie wants to get to that $40,000 range because Boosie feels like if 6ix9ine can get 50, you giving me 20 is too disrespectful. Right? Now, I think Vlad even went up to because Boosie claims he just won $5K more. So I'm assuming Vlad went up to 30. And Boosie like, nah, I want 50 or 40. Now, Sean Cotton, right, who runs Say Cheese TV, he actually gives his take on this. Now, he goes on to say that the reason why Boosie is asking for this is because of him hearing how much Vlad TV paid 6ix9ine.
It gets tricky with the numbers because, like I said, this is a new business and it's really hard to see what somebody's really worth. Now, a lot of people, Boosie just came out saying that, he's not doing no more Vlad interviews because You know, they couldn't agree on the $5,000 increase. I think Boosie is worth that $5,000 increase. If that was me, if I was Vlad, I would have did it. Because Boosie doesn't do a lot of interviews. If you see a lot of these people, the OG Percy's, the Charleston Whites, it's a lot of people who do a lot of interviews, and I get that. You know what I'm saying? Like I get it. But Boosie's somebody who doesn't do a lot of interviews, and you could really pay him. And he hasn't been on Boosie in about 8 months. So the interview would have went crazy. A lot has passed. There's a lot to talk about. Vlad's just, I heard he's kind of, you know, Vlad is Vlad, man. Like, you know, but yeah, it's a tricky game.
I agree if Boosie was asking for an extra $5 for a one-off interview, but if Boosie is asking for the extra $5 to be the new rate, then I understand from a Vlad angle. It's like, bruh, I can't afford to pay you the $5K extra, especially if the margins doesn't make sense, right? Like if Boosie is asking, hey, Vlad, give me $40,000 for my first return interview, and Vlad said, okay, bet. That's different from, hey, give me $40,000 every time I come and sit and do an interview with you. That's a little different, and that's where I think Vlad is like, hold on, bruh. This may not make sense whatsoever.
You know, Charleston White kind of ruined the game too. Everybody wants Charleston White is running around talking about how much he makes per interview. So now everybody's trying to be on his level. And it's not too many Charleston Whites in this interview space. You know, I think Boosie, it's Boosie, Charleston White, and everybody else is seasonal, just depending on what's going on. But you got like Woody from Atlanta. He had hit me up and tried to charge me $10,000, and I just
chill. Appreciate you joining me. Say what? Imagine your friend begging like that. They're not friends. They're business partners. Yeah, that's true. It's just business. I mean, so when you mix business and personal, that's when you have issues like this.
I don't get it. I don't get a lot of these dudes, like, and you know, if that's your worth, if that's what you feel like you're worth, that's what you feel like you're worth. But y'all aren't making.
That is a fact. People do need to be content with their own hustle. That's a fact.
$10,000, y'all aren't even making the money back a lot of the times. So it was like, we pay y'all $10,000, and the interview only makes $7,000, and then it's just we lose, you win, and that's okay. That's how the business goes sometimes. I get it, but if I clearly see you're not making $10,000, why would I pay you $10,000 and you hitting me up? So I didn't understand that from Moody. Like, these people aren't trying to build with you. They're not trying to, because when I found Charleston, it was, I didn't pay him for the first two. Then I slowly started paying him.
I'm going to say this, and this is where I get on the side of the people asking to get paid. There is no building when it comes to a platform. There's no building. That's just a lie from the pits of hell. There is no building, okay? If you go on Sean Cotton and you do 1 million views 10 times, you are getting Sean Cotton the subscribers. You are building Sean Cotton's platform up. Sean Cotton can say, forget you today, and then bring on somebody else, and he already got the subscribers and the clout from it. There is no building, right? Like, you only value is what you get paid from them. Now, you know, like, there are things like, for example, you know, like you go on Vlad TV and you get visibility and you might get extra bookings, cool. But those are the extra bookings outside of that platform. There's no building up. Like, there's no, let's build this thing. No. You can only build something up if you have equity in that. And so if I'm Woody, I'm not going for that kind of game as well. I'm not going for the let's build. Hold on, bro. What am I building? It's not my platform this interview is on. It's on your platform. No, give me my money, and you can build the platform based on the views I'm going to give you. So that part I understand. I'm not going for no let's build, right? But yeah, I do agree with Sean in terms of, because Charleston White, because Boosie, because other people have been so vocal about how much they're getting paid, Now everybody and a mama is asking to be paid. I remember trying to book an interview at No Jumper, and it's somebody who we thought would be grateful to be on the platform, right? Because we just thought they was like an interesting character. They didn't really have like that much clout or nothing like that. They just seemed interesting. That person started asking, well, how much y'all pay? I said, huh? You? But that's the economy we're currently in right now. Now, do y'all feel like that's a good thing or a bad thing? Because some of the interviews that y'all want don't happen because people, be wanting to get paid a lot.
Boosie wanting more. Now, I'm gonna put y'all on game too. A lot of y'all are saying that Boosie wants more money because of he took a picture with Charleston White. Because Vlad took a picture with Charleston.
I want to play Vlad's response. Let's play Vlad's response.
Yeah, I really want to know how much he was actually getting paid. That's what I want to know.
I think it was like 30,000, 25,000, something.
Because if he's doing 8,
he's really pissed at Boosie. He believes that.
Say again, buddy.
No, he's doing 8. This dude, Poetic Flocka, was just saying that he's not even making 40,000. That's
I think it's like 25. I think it's like 25K
for each.
Yeah, interview. Yeah.
Oh, so that's decent. Yeah,
it is. Yeah.
Boosie lied and misrepresented their conversation and their negotiation to make him look bad. Now, during his interview with 1090 Jake, Vlad TV broke down what he says really took place and how he believes Boosie was being a tad bit unfair in their negotiations. Now, if you guys forgot, yesterday, Boosie was on live stream and Boosie says he's pretty much not doing another Vlad TV interview until Vlad TV wants to pay him. And Vlad TV was being cheap and didn't want to pay him an additional $5,000.
I ain't do Vlad no more.
Hold on, TM.
Come up with a.
What y'all think in the chat? Y'all think 25 for 8 interviews each, 25,000 was good? Y'all think Boosie should have just stayed with that or just asked for 5,000 more? Because I'm starting to think that Boosie asked for a lot more than the 5,000. That's what the discrepancy is, right, TM?
Right, yeah, the math wasn't mathing anyway. It wasn't worth it.
Issue with Boosie saying he only wanted $5,000. Vlad will say that Boosie actually wanted a 40% increase.
That's it right there. See, Vlad said that Boosie wants a 40%. So like you said, it's more than the 5K that he asked for.
But he was already getting paid.
Mm-hmm.
Vlad had an issue with Boosie saying he only wanted $5,000. Vlad will say that Boosie actually wanted a 40% increase on what he was already getting paid. And he will say, when Boosie asked for this increase, he did his due diligence, looked at the numbers, and figured out that Boosie wasn't worth what he was asking. And actually tried to tell Boosie and show Boosie the numbers, but nothing worked. And Boosie called him greedy over the phone.
Originally, I wasn't paying him to do interviews. But over time, as the views kept going up and people were really gravitating towards these interviews, we started working out appearance fees. And the fees slowly went up. And over the last couple of years, the fee that we actually stuck at was around was $25,000 per interview.
I just want to point out, I told y'all Boosie was getting paid $25,000 per interview yesterday, and y'all called me a liar and asked me, how did I know?
Mm-hmm. And that price was justified because Boosie was pulling in like 6 million views for every interview. And in that particular situation, and I showed Boosie all the numbers and all my back end numbers and so forth. When he was getting around 5.5 million views, I would make around 35,000 off that interview, and he would make 25,000. Right? So I had a $10,000 profit margin. He still made the majority of the money, but I was still making $10,000. So I was cool with that. Right? And we were rocking like that for years. So some time had passed. It was, about 6, 7, 8 months since our last interview. So I just hit him up one day, a couple of weeks ago, and we had a conversation. And this conversation was a private business conversation, but Boosie recently did a live where he revealed parts of this conversation. And in his live, he said that he had asked for $5,000 more, and I said no, which is why he's not going to do the interview.
I wanted $5,000 more than he wanted to pay me. He didn't want to pay me, so I think I'm gonna make more money doing it this way. And I'm editing my interview now.
Now, that's not exactly accurate. So, I wasn't going to put any of this out there, but because he started putting out numbers out there and people started going, oh, Vlad being cheap, why is it only $5,000? You could pay him that, not knowing the whole picture. So I'm going to lay out the whole picture for everyone just to explain what exactly is going on. So when I called Boosie, like I said, the fee had always been $25,000. He said, I want $40,000.
If Boosie was getting 6 million long form views, I'm talking about over 18 or 20 minute long videos, then it's worth it because that's how the numbers work. But in the case of Vlad TV and Boosie, Vlad TV is cutting up those clips and they're like 4, 5, 6 minutes long. That's about $5 per 1,000 views, right? Probably $6, $7 per 1,000 views. If the clip is under 8 minutes, it's about $5 per 1,000 views. If it's above 8 minutes, from 8 to 10 minutes, it's about $7, $8. If it's over 15 minutes, it's about $10 per 1,000 views. So if Boosie was getting 6 million views on the long form interviews, then that would have justified him getting $40,000 automatically, because if he's getting paid, let's say $10 per 1,000 views, 6 million views, that's $60,000. That's a clear margin. But if Boosie is getting the majority of these views like on the clips, then yeah, no, we can average it out to about, let's say, $6 per 1,000 views. We can probably say like what? That's about, I don't know, man, $30,000, $35,000 coming in. If you're paying him $25,000, that could justify the $10,000 margin. But you can't justify paying him $40 if he's getting 6 million views. Now, the counter to this, and the devil's advocate here is, Vlad, that's YouTube views. You repurpose the clips on Facebook as well. Facebook pays probably just as well as YouTube. And you monetize it here, and here. So in the grand scheme of things, you probably are getting more money coming in from outside of YouTube as well. But nonetheless, though, if the bread and butter is YouTube and you're counting on the YouTube views to be consistent, then you have to pay them, per the YouTube views, right? According to you, then yeah, like 40,000 will be absurd if the majority of the views is from short form. If the majority is coming from long form, then 40,000 will be pretty accurate here. So Vlad goes on and say that, that Boosie calls him cheap. Now, Boosie may not know this, and let me tell Boosie this. Calling a Jewish man cheap is like a slur. Like, calling a Jewish man cheap, calling him greedy, is like calling him a racial slur. They get super upset and super angry at that. So if Boosie was doing it as negotiation strategy, that's probably the worst strategy you could do. All right, you call that Jewish man cheap and greedy, he's looking at you as if you the enemy. He's looking at you as if, I don't know, you feel me, like a Nazi soldier or something, but he's looking at you as if you're like an enemy if you call him cheap or greedy. So in the case of Vlad, I don't feel like Vlad was being cheap per se. Now, could Vlad make the 40,000 worth? Maybe, but that would take Boosie coming and Boosie giving Vlad, I'm talking about one of the greatest interviews of all time, especially with the hiatus. But the thing with Boosie is he's not asking for 40K one time. As Vlad would explain, if Boosie was asking for 40K one time, then maybe. But Boosie is asking for 40K as the new fee. So whenever Vlad TV wants to have him in, he got to agree to $40,000. And to me, that's kind of too much. I wouldn't pay that, but I'm not Boosie. I don't know the analytics. Vlad TV didn't give me the analytics. He gave Boosie the analytics.
And I'm like, fam, I can't do 40,000. That's just putting me in the hole in a situation like this. He's like, well, I'll go as low as 35. And I'm like, man, listen, I might be able to do 30 after I run the numbers, but 35 is definitely out of the question. But let me go ahead and run my numbers and actually see what's going on. So I went back and I looked through the last, 5 or 6 interviews, and I looked, and the profit margin on each of these interviews was around $10,000. So I showed him the numbers. I sent him a spreadsheet showing him my back-end numbers. And I'm like, bro, the most I could do is 25. You're asking for 35. your traffic has been dipping over the years. You've gone from about 6 million to about 5.5 to about 5 and some change. So you're looking at about maybe a 10, 15% decrease in views, which means a 10 to 15% decrease in revenue, as you know, but you're asking for a 40% increase in appearance fee, a 40% increase. It doesn't make any business sense because what'll end up happening is, look, Boosie's already at home, right? He wakes up, he does the interview. There's no cost associated with him, and he was getting paid $25,000. I have to fly because I don't have a studio or a camera crew in Georgia, in Atlanta, so I have to hire a camera crew in Atlanta. I have to fly from LA to Atlanta. I have to get a hotel. I have to have all the costs associated with it. And then afterwards, I have to pay to get the video edited and pay my crew and everything else like that. And as you know, with YouTube, I'm taking all the risk because sometimes videos get demonetized, right? Especially when you talk about someone like a Boosie who has, he swears, he's talking about a lot of edgy stuff. And at the end of the day, I'm taking 100% of the risk. So I'm like, listen, I cannot pay you $35,000 when I'm going to make nothing. Or maybe I'm even going to take a loss. And Boosie is like, yo, you're being cheap. And I said, I'm not being cheap.
Vlad will speak to Sean Cotton from Say Cheese, and Sean will actually tell Vlad that he spoke to somebody near the situation, and that person told him that Boosie is upset and is charging more because of what 6ix9ine got paid, or because of Vlad saying that he paid 6ix9ine the most he's ever paid any guest. Now, Vlad would address that, and Vlad will be brutally honest. To be honest, Vlad would just straight up say, hey, listen, man, 6ix9ine got 20 million views. That's like almost 4 times whatever Boosie gets me. So, of course, 6ix9ine would get paid more than Boosie. But also, Vlad would actually let the cat out the bag and say, yo, 6ix9ine was actually flexible. That after the first interview that 6ix9ine got paid, I think like $50,000. The second or third interview that 6ix9ine did, he didn't get paid $50,000. And 6ix9ine actually, did a more reasonable fee based on the views, right? Something that Boosie was unwilling to do, according to Vlad.
I'm being put in a situation where you make all the money and I make none of the money. It simply doesn't make any business sense.
Well, let me ask you, what was it that caused the price hike? Because I feel like it would be more understandable if he just beat a major case or if something significant happened. And you know what I mean? Like sometimes we see rappers go through crazy things and everybody wants that breaking story. What was it that you think caused this to come about?
I don't know. I know Sean Cotton, me and Sean actually had a conversation about this yesterday. He had put out a video where he said that he had heard from someone that Boosie was upset because I had mentioned that I paid Tekashi more than I'd ever paid anyone else. And that might be the reason. I've never actually asked Boosie to confirm this. But if that is true, you guys have to understand, Tekashi brought in like 20 million views. It was the biggest interview of 2025. It was the biggest meme of 2025. The whole I stole that shit, but that was a one-off. The other Tekashi interviews were not, that same price, right? Because they didn't get those same type of views. I've paid Boosie way more than I paid Tekashi. Way more.
And not only that, it doesn't seem like Tekashi is that consistent versus Boosie is more of a recurring guest.
Yeah.
And I hope that Boosie, I don't wish, whatever direction he chooses to go, but I hope he realizes the power and the dynamic that you two have. Because both of you mesh very well, and it's the presentation entirely that makes it what it is.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. I think me and Boosie play off each other very well. So Boosie went on live. Like I said, I wasn't going to say any of this. This was just going to be a private conversation between me and Boosie. And if people ever asked, I'd be like, oh, well, me and Boosie just busy. And, at some point we might hook up or not. It is what it is. That's my man. But he decided to make a video. And in the video, he said, I'm going to do the interview myself. And I'm going to have my kids interview me. And I think I'll make more money this way. And I'm actually glad that Boosie is going that direction, because
Vlad believes that once Boosie does the interviews by himself, post it on his YouTube channel, and actually see how much money is coming in and how much YouTube pays, he believes that Boosie will be more receptive now to more offers or to a lesser number than the $40,000. Because once Boosie drop videos and see okay, this much comes. But from my perspective, I think if Boosie starts doing interviews by himself, I think, again, this is just how my mind works, okay? $10,000 to $15,000 that Boosie can get on his own independent channel is probably worth more than $25,000 or $30,000 he can get from other people's channels. And here's why. You do, let's say you get $10,000 to $15,000. $10,000 to $15,000 means that your interview that you released on your channel did about 1.5 million views total. Now, out of that 1.5 million views total, you will probably gain about, I don't know, 10,000 to 15,000 subscribers. If it's Boosie, it might be 20,000. So if you make about $15,000 and gain about 20,000 subscribers and you do this often on a routine basis, yeah, like the $20,000 hit that you might have by doing it like yourself, that gets outweighed with the subscribers. Once you get once you get the subscriber count, you get to build your audience and like build your platform and get to do different shows. To me, that's worth a little more than just getting a one-time check or a recurring check elsewhere. But not everybody thinks like me. But y'all let me know in the comment section after hearing what Boosie has to say and what Vlad has to say. Whose side are you guys on? Do y'all still think that Vlad was being cheap? Let me know, okay? And if you're still watching this video and you want to watch another good video, click on this.
Chino, salute, my guy.
Man, listen, man. I think Boosie dead wrong, man. Dead wrong.
Okay, you think Boosie's dead wrong then, yeah?
I think Boosie dead wrong, man. If he was, because he keep telling us, because he's telling us 5,000. Why you not keeping it real? You said 15. Why you coming to the people to tell them for us to feel sorry for you? You lying.
Yeah, now that's fact. I did put a poll up in the chat.
The overall what he was getting paid, or you saying like the extra?
The extra.
The extra, because remember
because he was making what, like 25.
Yeah, and then he wanted 40 each.
He wanted 40, but then he said I'll meet you at like 35. But then you gotta think that he was like, he already knew the topic was gonna be like crazy views. So if you get Boosie talking about Gucci and the Pooh Shiesty shit, so I guess that's why he tried to kind of raise the price a little bit, because he knew like it, you know what I'm saying? You already know how Vlad gonna market it, like Boosie talks about Gucci man and Pooh Shiesty. So
yeah, but that didn't come out too right for him neither. That didn't come out too right for him neither, because he didn't never do it.
He didn't do it. Yeah, but that's because you're trying to do it on your own platform and you don't got the traction. You don't got the, you know what I'm saying? It just didn't have the same oomph that it would have got on Vlad. So yeah, was he wrong for maybe asking for a couple more dollars? But I don't know if if I'm giving you 25 and you doing numbers, 35 to talk about that, maybe 30. I don't know. But like I say, because I seen where people was like, Vlad probably he said if you watch the whole Vlad shit, he said he gave Boosie the analytics and the numbers and all that. But really, do you think he really gave him the numbers and the analytics and all that? Like nobody's gonna do that. Because I remember I was watching the Joe Budden podcast and it was like, nah, nobody's not gonna give you nobody gonna tell you what's real, because you gotta think the attraction. Okay, let's say the views, but that still you can't add in the subscribers and this and that. So that's why old boy just said, like, yeah, it might be better for him to just do his own thing, because you're gonna get your subscribers. You're gonna get, you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, and
if you do 2 million, 3 million views, yeah, you might as well have it on your own channel. So,
Yeah.
So
this is Boosie responding to
really sad to watch.
Saw.
Boosie turned down DJ Vlad's $25,000 offer to come and do an interview on Vlad TV. Apparently, that was the recurring rate that Vlad was paying Boosie to do interviews. But when Boosie found out that 6ix9ine got potentially $50,000, Boosie wanted a raise. Vlad wouldn't give him a raise. So Boosie decided he was going to go public, I think, in an attempt to put pressure on Vlad. to let the public know that Vlad is the reason why the interview ain't happening, hoping that, you know, the public pressure and the backlash will get Vlad to give him the $35,000 that he wanted. However, it completely backfired because once Vlad came out and gave the number he offered Boosie and the number he's been paying Boosie, a lot of people felt like Boosie was being ungrateful. Now, the fans, obviously it was split, but media personalities, people who've been in this game for a very long time, they gave their opinion, and all of them was on Vlad's side. And this made Boosie really angry and got Boosie crashing out on the internet right now.
Oh, I showed him the numbers. I sent him a spreadsheet showing him my back end numbers. And I'm like, bro, the most I could do is 25. You're asking for 35. Your traffic has been dipping over the years. You've gone from about 6 million to about 5.5 to about 5 and some change. So you're looking at about maybe a 10, 15% decrease in views, which means a 10 to 15% decrease in revenue, as you know, but you're asking for a 40% increase.
And I know Boosie said he's going to start his own and he's going to, you know, do his own thing. The thing with that is Vlad already has the built-in subscribers, right? So it's gonna, Boosie can get there. It's just going to take some time. And if he's willing to grind it out and take that time, that's cool. But I get what Vlad is saying. Everything is dollars and cents. And if it doesn't make sense, I'm not going to pay for it. I need a return on my investment.
DJ Envy. I haven't seen the video. I can't find it, but they saying that you saying I'm asking for too much money because I don't have the numbers on the platform. Well, if I'm getting 25K from Vlad and I'm on that motherfucker how many times a year? And now I ask for 35. I haven't been on there for seven months. How am I asking for too much money? On a year basis, I feel I saved him money. That's how I feel, and I told Vlad that. But for you to say that I'm asking for too much money, you're not looking at the yearly rate to what this yearly rate would be. And it don't matter if somebody richer than me. It don't matter if somebody got more numbers on their platform. Plenty of people have been on Vlad. A lot of times they still won't do the numbers Boosie do. Numbers and everything don't make you motherfucker. I'm Boosie, nigga. I'm different. You know? But just think about that. 25, 6, 7, 8 times a year. And it's been 7 months and I haven't done an interview and I asked for 35. That's why we feel we couldn't come to agreement. And also, why you think a lot of
DJ Envy was the first person that Boosie called out, but this would actually start a trend because he would then begin to call out other people who simply gave an opinion and say, hey, I think that Boosie is tripping. I think, you know, Vlad has every right not to pay you if the numbers doesn't make sense. The numbers probably don't make sense. So Boosie would then begin to call out anybody who don't agree that Vlad should pay him $40,000 to come and do an interview. Now, in his response to DJ Envy, Boosie will say that people watch Vlad TV for him. He will say, yo, why do you think people watch Vlad TV? Because I was on... No, people watch Vlad TV because Vlad has a history, 20-plus year history of producing high-quality interviews. That's why people were watching Vlad TV. Boosie brought a lot of eyes to Vlad, right? He did a lot of numbers for Vlad. But Boosie, you ain't the only reason why people were watching Vlad TV. I'm not even saying Boosie is wrong. I'm saying Boosie has every right to ask for whatever he want to ask for, but Boosie should also acknowledge that Vlad has every right to say, you know what, I can't pay you that. And if somebody is looking at the situation and have an opinion that, hey, bro, you're not really worth this much, you should also allow room for them to have an opinion. Because if you ask a lot of people, they looking at you a little crazy, bro. You turn down $25,000 because 6ix9ine got paid more, so you want to get close to the 6ix9ine number?
Watch Vlad TV. Let's be honest, bro. Like, let's be honest. Who turned you up on Vlad TV, my nigga? Who shit you watch over and over again? Like, like our connection, like, bro, come on, bro. Come on, bro. Okay. When you talk about interviewing Boosie.
Okay, buddy.
No, okay. Do you think, so he paid $6,950 he was getting 25, so that'll be double. But now, do you think Boosie take on the whole Pooh Shiesty and Gucci Man, like once he chop it up, and because do you think like they wasn't worth it? And then like he didn't want the whole 50, he want like 35. So he say what he did 20, he said he did 20 million. You don't think Boosie do 20 million? Talking about Gucci and Pooh Shiesty situation?
Bro, he can't say anything about Pooh Shiesty and Gucci because this has gotten dark between him and Vlad. Vlad put out old footages of Boosie doing the same thing to his brother, basically whatchamacallit is doing. But if you hear it, you're going to see similarity, like people questioning on why you taking your brother to court, and it's judicial. So his brother can do time too. So Vlad, this has gotten a lot dirty in the last couple of days.
Okay, but yeah, I believe that the interview, no matter what they were to talk about, that interview, especially with the current situations happening at that time, he would have made the 35. But he did say, obviously, he takes a 10K profit himself, right? So if let's say he gives Boosie the 25, let's say it made 35, for example, then he's gonna take that 10K and Boosie would then just have the 25, if that makes it. That's it, because we don't know what it's gonna make, if that makes sense, you know? We don't know
But
what
it makes sense, but do it make sense because you think if Vlad is paying Boosie 25K for an interview, you think all he's gonna make is $10,000 profit?
Nah, but he says, but he says that he
so
takes.
do you think he's
10K
playing with the numbers? Like, do you think he give Boosie all the numbers like as they should be, or do you think like, because if I'm paying you to do something, like I gotta at least be making my money back and more. So all right, so that, and you a businessman. You're a businessman, right, Tim?
Hold on, Gino. Remember, it still had playback value as well, so it's still generating.
Well, that's what he was saying, because you got to think about all the new subscribers that you're gonna get if you get. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot that goes into it that you're not. You feel what I'm saying? You can't put the physical price tag on, because if he gets you 20, 30,000 new subscribers because he's talking, and then like I said, I get what Boosie was saying, because I'm talking about Gucci and I'm talking about Pooh Shiesty. I'm talking about this one situation, right? Everybody want to know what I got to say about this, right? So if you did 20 million with 6ix9ine, now what he was talking about, I don't know. But if you did 20, maybe was it like 6ix9ine first interview after he got out or something, probably?
Paid him about 50, something about 50, about 50 he paid him.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but the interview probably would have been like when he first got out of jail or something. Like
Yeah, of course. The snitching allegation.
Yeah. So that's the first. So you're the first person to interview him. Yeah. So if Boosie talk about Gucci and Pooh, like that shit would have went crazy. Like,
name up, you bring Vlad TV name up. When you talk about Vlad interviewing somebody, you bring Boosie name up. So Envy, I feel you wrong on that. I feel you wrong. You can call me the Breakfast Club and we can have it out. I will make you understand.
He don't even know he just effed himself over. So Boosie is offering to go on a Breakfast Club for free. He's offering DJ Envy for him to come on a Breakfast Club to tell his side of the things for free. But yet you won't go on Vlad unless he's paying you $25,000. Now, listen, a lot of folks might agree with that. might say, I mean, Vlad ain't the culture, right? Like they might say those things, but if you're still turning down $25,000 to go on the Breakfast Club for free, that don't make sense to me either. Now, Boosie would also go off on DJ Academics because Academics had the nerve to say he thinks Vlad is in his right to look at the numbers and not pay Boosie $25,000. Boosie feels like Academics saying that is proof that Academics has always been against him and Academics is a hater and how could he? I'm just like, bro, Boosie, you going out sad, bro.
DJ Academy. You know you're in Vlad like this. You already know that. Anything I got going on when I come on social media, you go against. Whatever it is with Boosie, you go against. You're trying to be a silent assassin to me. But it's all good, man. You're a podcast. And that's your dog, so you're supposed to roll with your dog. I get it. I get it.
If DJ Envy and Academics would have came out and they would have said, man, what? Boosie won $25,000? Man, nobody should ever pay Boosie anything. Boosie don't deserve no money. I can understand being upset. But if they're coming out and say, hey, man, 40,000 is steep, man. If Vlad is saying the numbers don't make sense, I think Vlad is right. I don't see where you will be upset. I don't see the disconnect there. I think Boosie truly thinks that Academics or DJ Envy talking about this or being on Vlad's side is going to somehow change the narrative against him, and Boosie don't understand. Sir, the people who are on your side, despite of what's going on, despite of the facts, they're people who don't like Vlad, and they're always going to be on your side no matter what. And even if they're not on your side, even if they think, man, Boosie, you is crazy, that's not going to stop your bag. That's not going to prevent them from going to your YouTube channel and subscribing and watching your interview if you do drop it. So, like, literally nothing Academics or Envy is saying is really going to hurt Boosie at all. Now, DJ Academics did respond back, and, he uttered, like similar sentiments to me, which is he don't understand what the issue is or why Boosie is crashing out the way he's crashing out.
Why Boosie thinks I'm against him, because I'm not just going to blindly agree. That Boosie keeps, like, I know Vlad, okay? Not saying Vlad's not a real nigga, but Vlad's a businessman. He's a businessman before anything else. He's a dollars and cents.
Hold on. So what I do want to find after, because he's done this. Okay, let me see what Boosie says here.
Okay.
I went off on that. It's an hour and 30 minutes.
Then the YouTube model. I don't think so, and here's why.
Hey, Friday, Patreon. I need you to log up right now. Patreon, Friday, my new interview. I ain't interviewed in 6 months. I went off on that. It's an hour and 30 minutes long. It's part 1. Part 2 will be releasing Wednesday. And it's time for my fans to support me, man. I mean, we all we got, bro. Like, I just got a call from one of my Hawks dude who sit courtside. He said, Boosie, I'm going to give you $500 to $1,000 for that interview because I just saw a page where they talking about you and it made me mad. And I'm just grateful for fans like that, bro. Like, for real. Like, to all my fans who was paying the subscription to Vlad for my content, it's time for you to pay me that money. It's time for me to get that money. Cause I'm doing it different every time. Next, my son's gonna be asking me questions, me and Tootie, YN versus the OGs. Then my daughter, so it's gonna be lit, bro. So I need y'all to tap in. All my real Boosie fans, bro, I need y'all to tap in, man. There's gonna be a lot of people trying to bring me down, but and we don't need much of us. We don't need much of it. But it's going down. Patreon. I'm going live tonight on Patreon. All week I'm going live on Patreon. So y'all tap in, bro. Y'all tap in. I'm trying something new. Y'all tap in. That's what hustlers do, baby.
I'm going to support Boosie. I'm going to get the Patreon. But here's my thing. If the goal for Boosie to make this as big as possible, you want to go through YouTube first. Do the Patreon as a supplement until you're big enough to where the Patreon could be the main thing, and then YouTube is for clips. Like the Joe Budden podcast, who's one of the biggest Patreon podcasts on earth. But they started off on YouTube. They build their buzz. They went viral a lot of times. They built a core fan base, a community, and then they went on Patreon once people couldn't go without it. Once this became their daily routine. I think Boosie right now, he's selling himself short if he's going to go the Patreon way. Drop on YouTube. Build your audience. Build your community. And then go on Patreon. But let me know what y'all think about this. And if you're still watching this video, man, like and send me a hype. Hype are the best way to show support and really push my videos for me. So please, please, please send me a hype.
But then, as you know, when people obviously start to complain in a workplace, you know, it can have a trickle effect.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? It can have a trickle effect. So then, as we know, Boosie then wasn't the only one that was complaining. The boy Aries Spears decided to get involved and started complaining. Let's see what he's got to say.
Went off on Vlad TV and threatened to stop doing Vlad TV if Vlad don't meet his ultimatum. Vlad made a big mistake while responding back to Boosie, revealing to the world that he's not doing Vlad TV anymore due to contract disputes or money disputes. When Vlad responded back to Boosie, he made a big mistake, and that mistake is coming back to haunt him.
The fees slowly went up, and over the last couple of years, the fee that we actually stuck at was around was $25,000 per interview.
Mm.
And that price was justified because Boosie was pulling in like 6 million views for every interview. And in that particular situation, and I showed Boosie all the numbers and all my back end numbers and so forth, when he was getting around
X and Y in reference of the figures, because Vlad got into the situation with Boosie because he gave a ballpark for the 6ix9ine interview. Vlad says that 6ix9ine got paid more than Marlon Wayans asked for. Marlon asked for $40,000, so we all assume 6ix9ine got paid $50,000. And because of 6ix9ine, Boosie wants more money. Now, when Vlad tells the world how much he pays Boosie, Vlad, his business is still operating on paying people to come and sit down for an interview. Well, if those people are now aware of how high you're willing to pay, well, guess what? They're going to want more money. And that's what's going on with Aries Spears. So Aries Spears was very grateful. He was doing Vlad TV interviews telling Vlad how, based on the money that Vlad has given, he's able to now buy stocks and it's good enough for money and it's good money. Well, after Aries Spears heard how much Vlad is paying Boosie, Aries Spears will reveal that he actually gave Vlad an ultimatum. Give him a raise or else he could be leaving.
Every day, Aries, I found a pod after hearing Aries mention it on Vlad a few months ago. Incidentally, I got to tell you something about Vlad. But you'll be the first person I see when I'm of age. Much love, fellas. Keep up the good work. Thank you, brother. And keep at it, man.
Dude, and he said of age. So he's a younger dude.
Yeah.
I love when, like, your comedy reaches out to younger audiences.
Yeah.
Because it seems like it's almost like that you're taboo to those audiences sometimes.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
Now, I want you to put your business/Jew hat on.
A Vlad hat?
Yes. Matter of fact, when Andy puts his Jew hat on, it comes with the Hasidic curls.
I guess I don't wear them.
Yeah. So when he puts it on,
I'm going to make a hat like that.
2 curls.
I'm going to make a hat like that for the podcast.
That's hilarious. Tell me what you think of this. So, Vlad pays me to be on. And
he's probably mad that you said that because then everybody else wants to get paid.
No, he pays people.
Everybody? He pays.
Yeah. But we all get different pay. So people have said, the most popular guest that Vlad has on, Lord Jamar, Tony Yayo, Godfrey, Boosie, and Aries. I'm the only one left. Godfrey stopped because of the beef with Farrakhan, as did Lord Jamar. Tony Yayo just doesn't do it anymore. And Boosie wanted a raise. Come to find out, Boosie wanted $35,000 an episode.
Wow.
He was getting $25,000.
Wow.
You see, I know my people, bro. I know my people. There's a reason why the white man created a rule on the job where we can't tell each other how much we getting paid. I know my people, bro. My people, we ain't going for being underpaid. Listen, if I'm on the job and I ask, bro, how much you getting paid, man? Man, 30 hours. I'm getting paid 20, man. Hey, bro. Aries Spears trying to like damn near hold him hostage.
So I don't get nowhere near that. And, obviously it's based on the numbers because a lot of Boosie's clips are in the millions. Now, again, I've had a few clips in the millions, but a lot of my stuff, the full interview, probably ranges around 300,000 to 500,000. So I basically said to Vlad, I go, hey, listen, man, I'm not trying to rape you financially. I know I'm not going to ask you for what you gave Boosie. But, come on, man. I mean,
break bread.
And he goes, well, your numbers don't generate what Boosie generate. And so I showed him a bunch of, people that quotes and on YouTube and shit like that and on my phone. And one person said, hey, man, I only buy Vlad subscriptions when I know he's interviewing you. Once the interview's over, I cancel the subscription. Another guy said, hey, man, Aries is a beast. Pay him what you pay in the mother. And blah, blah. So there's a bunch of these. So he goes, so you want me to pay you more based off what people are saying?
Aries Spears needs an actual agent because that's like the worst negotiating tactic. Vlad asking you, hey, bro, your numbers ain't close to Boosie numbers, bro. So you can't like don't even approach him about no 25,000. And then you send him like fan comments. Vlad like, what the? Excuse me? The fan comment is your negotiating tool? What the tangibles? What's the numbers like? Now, Aries Spears did say that his interviews are in per interview,
And I said, listen, man, again, I'm just saying, be fair. People are saying to you, they're buying subscriptions. People are saying to you, they only watch when I'm on. And of all the guys you had that were popular, I'm the last one standing. What's your take?
Yeah. It's a couple things. And you hit the ones that you needed to hit.
Yeah.
Well, what would you have wanted?
That's beside the point. He asked him to be fair.
Yeah, I mean, a couple grand more.
Yeah. But the thing that he's right in the idea that yes, you have loyal fans that are calling up and representing you. That's great, and people have that. Yeah. That doesn't mean that moves the needle where it's going to pay him the amount of money that he wants to make off of an episode. Right. Those diehards are there for you, but are they there? Is there enough of them to make the numbers work? And you guys see the numbers, so you can make that decision yourselves. You too. But the other thing is, the thing that you said, you're the last one there. So he's not going to generate numbers. And if you go, where are those numbers going to come from? Now he's going to have to do episodes with people who are doing much less.
Well, here's the funny part.
Bro's essentially holding Vlad hostage right now, man. Because Aries Spears realized I'm the only person left in terms of consistent, repeated guests. I think Wack is a really, really, really good guest that Vlad should have back. I think 1090 Jake is really, really, really good on Vlad. Aries Spears. I'll be real. I expected for Vlad to do more work with Lord Jamar. Since Lord Jamar took a big hit to come back on Vlad. Lord Jamar public reputation and credibility is pretty much gone because, he went against everything he stood for and came back, right? And after saying he was never going to be back, right? Now, Vlad, you can always call me. No. I'm playing. Vlad, hey, Vlad, I'll do it for the free ski. I'll do it for the free ski, Vlad. No, but Aries Spears is holding Vlad hostage because he now knows he has the leverage. Vlad don't really have anybody that's consistent every month has an interview. I know Wack does it routinely. 1090 Jake does it routinely. Those are the two most popular ones to me. But Aries Spears is the staple guest now. So if Aries Spears says, hey, bro, I'm not coming back no more, Vlad really don't got nobody left. I'll be real. I think Vlad could essentially do these interviews like by himself. Like have like a seasoned interviewer just interview Vlad and then have Vlad just give the commentary. Because Vlad is gonna keep running into these issues where dudes are gonna try to beat him over the head for more money when they feel like they're in an advantageous position. Now, Aries Spears would say he essentially started to play hardball with Vlad because Vlad was not trying to hear nothing at all. Then Aries Spears essentially gave Vlad the ultimatum, let me know if you're giving me a raise or not. If it's not, I'm gone. Apparently that got Vlad attention, and then Vlad became more responsive.
So, of course, he, was being really like, blah, 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 blah. And I said, he kept driving that point home. You just gonna you want me to give you a raise based off what people are saying? I said, listen, man, you don't have to keep telling me about what my worth is. You either want to do it or you don't. So then he texted me back a couple hours later and said, we should talk. I re-looked at the numbers and we should talk. So come on, man. What are we doing here?
Well, it's like in basketball. If you
and I'm just not to break your point, but I'm taking it from your angle, which is more so for me. I'm the last one left.
Yeah.
So there's value in my presence.
Yeah, because your numbers are going to go up based on just the fact that if they like Vlad and they like you, and none of those other guys are there, they're going to have to go to you. It's like when you in basketball, you're trying to put a team together, and you have you need a center. You have to have a center. You might have to take the 10th best center and pay him the center price for the 5th best center just to get him on your team because you need that player.
Right.
He needs you on this on this.
Right.
So that's the bargaining you have. The real side for him though is to go, Aries, these are numbers, these are real numbers. If I pay you this much, then we're good. I can't pay more than that. And as long as that's a raise for you, you're gonna. I think you would go, yeah, that's good. Just get me my. I want value.
Yeah,
that's all you're asking for. Yeah. You didn't say, like you just said, you didn't say, give me Boosie's amount. No. So you got to play fair. You got to play nice in this game.
Come on, man.
And if he has you on enough, anybody's going to build more and more momentum when they're on the show. So.
And Vlad is Russian. So my terms of negotiation is take money or die.
Dude.
In other words, give me my money or else I'm bouncing. Hey, man. Yo.
So what is the man them thoughts on Aries getting himself involved and now demanding more money? Is the man them extorting Vlad at this point?
I just see him clout chasing. I see him clout chasing and people asking for more. He jumped on, just asking for more. For me, I mean, it is what it is, man. If Vlad said he can't pay you, you decided to leave. That was your decision. It is what it is. Why drag it along?
Yeah, you see, this situation is a whole different situation to Boosie's, and Vlad TV cooked him. Vlad TV cooked Aries.
But does he really deserve it? I mean, his stock been going down too. A lot, man. Aries Spears is not prime time.
Yeah. He's not there. That's what I'm saying. So he didn't. I didn't say he deserves to get a raise now.
Male talent.
The Aries Spears. We started doing interviews around 2016, and I thought Aries was extremely funny. He was witty. He had great impressions, and I just thought he was a talented dude. So we started doing interviews, and in the beginning it was a little bit slow. And over time, it started to work out. The views went up, people got to know us, and the audience started to increase. Now, the thing about Aries, though, is that Aries would always have issues with things that are going on. So at one point—
Business-wise or just culturally?
Business-wise.
Okay.
Business-wise. So a few years ago, Aries called me, and he was like, yo, man, I can't get any acting gigs because of these clips of me talking about people. Now, it's my fault he can't get acting gigs. It's not because maybe he's not a great actor or maybe he hasn't done a major movie in 30 years since Jerry Maguire. It's my fault that he's not getting acting gigs. So I said, I'm not removing anything. He wanted all the clips removed. I said, I'm not going to remove anything.
What year was this?
Oh, man, maybe about 4 years ago or so, something like that. And, at one point, he stopped talking to me, stopped working. Then at one point he came back and we started doing more work together. My staff would always complain that Aries was disrespectful to them.
Really?
He would show up. At one point, he forgot his.
That's academic doing the interview.
Yeah,
The last one was 1090 Jake.
Yeah. He asked that man to do the interview for him. Yeah.
His towel, right? You see his towel on his leg sometimes because he sweats a lot because he's kind of overweight, and he forgot his towel, and he's like, "Yo, I need a towel." And Leo, my video manager, is like, "Well, here's some paper towels." Like, no, I need a cloth towel. So he made Leo go and run to the store and bring him back a cloth towel. At one point, Aries was complaining because he needed a makeup artist. I mean, literally the only person I've ever interviewed that needs a makeup artist every interview. Every interview, but I'm like, that's cool.
Wait, he needs a makeup artist every interview?
Every interview.
Oh.
Every interview. So there's a makeup artist, shout out to my girl Candace, who comes early to do his makeup, and then he does the show. And I'm like, that's fine. I'll cover the cost. It is what it is.
There's a couple of things working against Aries Spears here. First off, you're rude to the staff. They don't really enjoy working with you, but you're Vlad's choice. It's Vlad's business. They got to tolerate you. And then secondly, if you're not bringing in the amount of views that Boosie is bringing in or TK Kirkland is bringing in or other people are bringing in, yet you come with an added expense, then, your request for a raise gets a little bit more difficult, right? Like if I'm paying you an upfront fee and then I'm flying in or hiring a makeup artist to come and do your makeup just for you, and you're asking for other accommodations, then it's like, bruh, you've then become high maintenance.
Damn,
and if your views don't really dictate you becoming high maintenance, but I'm still bringing you in and paying you because you're the homie and, I'm breaking even after all the expenses, then you asking for a raise is like, come on. But apparently Vlad was willing to listen to Aries Spears asking for a raise. Like Vlad was willing to listen and work, but Aries Spears and his behavior and his attitude ruined it all. Vlad really took what Aries Spears did personally because from Vlad's perspective, when Aries Spears was being canceled for the Tiffany Haddish skit involving Aries Spears playing a child predator, and those skits went viral, and there was him in his skit with the child in the underwear, him doing weird stuff. Aries Spears got canceled. Nobody would touch Aries Spears. Nobody would work with Aries Spears. Aries Spears was performing in hole-in-the-wall comedy clubs with 50 people. Aries Spears went to ground zero. And Vlad believes that his interviews with Aries Spears was really crucial to Aries Spears' come up and resurgence. And Aries Spears will tell Vlad this. So Vlad believes that because he's responsible for your resurgence, you at least owe him a different level of respect or more respect than you exhibited, as of lately, right? Or more respect than to talk about holding him hostage because you believe he has no other option left. Now, Vlad will say that he was paying Aries Spears $4,000 and that Aries Spears, as we just saw in his clip, Vlad felt like Aries Spears got a spirit of jealousy. And when he contacted him to talk about the Boosie situation, Aries Spears just contacted him on some negative energy.
Out of everyone that I've ever had on my show, in terms of regular guests, I have seen Aries benefit the most because he went in the beginning from doing small comedy clubs to when our stuff started going viral and it started getting, big on TikTok and so forth, things just absolutely took off for him. He got his, he talked about this on camera, the biggest show he's ever been paid for, Saudi Arabia. Was this the most money you ever made off a single show?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Was it more than twice you've ever made for a single show?
We're going to stop at the first question.
He did his biggest venue ever. He was doing clubs of maybe 100, 200 people. He did a show in Connecticut with 3,000 people. He did a show in LA at the Novo Theater that I went to support. That was 1,400 people. Aries would always, I have text messages from him. Yo, bro, he did his first Europe tour recently. He's like, yo, I'm in Europe and people are running up to me, mobbing me, quoting me from our interviews. So I think a month and a half ago, he asked to raise his appearance fee again. I looked at the numbers and I'm like, cool, let's do it. Let's do it. The numbers are slowly getting better. And I'm like, yo, let's do it. Makes perfect sense. And he would say things like, yo, to all y'all haters out there who, talking shit about me doing this show, I get 5 digits every time I do an interview here. I get 5 digits while y'all sit at home and do nothing. Shoot. I get 5 digits.
It ain't like I'm on there for free. He pays me.
Correct.
He pays me a nice 5 figures.
Yeah.
So if my choice is either stay home on a Tuesday and do nothing and earn nothing, or go sit down for an hour and a half and walk away with 5 figures where I could not make anything, what am I gonna do?
No, I agree.
I'm gonna make the money and I get to check him.
And I let him run with the story, but that was a lie.
Oh, man.
He was not getting 5 digits.
It's typical hip hop. You got to say you got a color TV when everyone got black and white.
Exactly. He was making $4,000 an episode.
Okay.
Right, 4,000.
Still pretty good.
When y'all on your own platforms, y'all love to cosplay as a Hebrew Israelite, as a Black Panther, as a militant, strong black man. But behind the scenes, y'all get the bootlicking. Oh, thank you, Sa. Oh, thank you, Masa. Oh, Masa, you give me goods.
I'm out with my kids, right? We're doing like an escape room, if you know what that is.
Yeah.
Right? I'm out with my twins. We're doing an escape room, and I'm enjoying my time with my kids. So then I get these text messages from Aries. Yo, Boosie's getting 25,000. We need to renegotiate. And look at these comments. Look at these YouTube comments. I only watch Vlad TV when Aries on. Yo, Aries needs a raise. Aries is my favorite guest. He's the only one I watched. And I said, well, first of all, you just got raised up. You get nowhere near the views of Boosie. Nowhere near the views. Like, Boosie's just a way bigger figure. Have a conversation based on YouTube comments. He's like, yo, you're not going to convince me what I'm worth. Look at these people. They say they come only for me, and you need to up my salary.
Oh, it's like a hostile takeover, huh?
And if you don't, then maybe we're done.
Oh, wow. Playing like that.
I said, listen, I'm out with my kids, right? I don't have access to my laptop, to the numbers or whatever else. So I said, all right, I come home. So I get home and I said, yo, now I'm home. Let's have a conversation about the numbers. He said, cool, let's do it. I said, cool, what time works for you? At 5 o'clock. Bet. I change around my schedule. I clear my schedule out. And I'm like, okay, me and Aries are going to have a business conversation at 5 o'clock.
This is where Aries burnt the bridge at, and I'll be real. If you hear this, you can't blame Vlad. If you hear what Aries Spears did, nobody can blame Vlad for saying, all right, bro, F you, I'm done, I'm moving on. Right? Because like now you're playing games, right? Like
5 o'clock rolls around, he doesn't respond. I said, all right, cool. Next morning, maybe around, 10:30, 11 o'clock, I hit him up again. I said, do you still want to have this conversation? You know what he said?
What?
Yeah, at some point. I looked at my phone and I said, I am done with this forever. Fuck Aries Spears. Because here's the thing, right? The whole thing about having your own business and reaching a certain level of success is you get to decide who you want to work with. You get to decide how you want to spend time with the type of people that are respectful, they can have regular business conversations with you, and not people like this who are just jealous ass pocket watchers. Because here's the thing, right? There's 2 types of jealous pocket watchers out there. There's the broke ones, right? And we've been there before. Yeah. But then you got motherfuckers like Aries Spears, who's doing better than he ever has, who's making more money than he's ever made in his whole career. And he's still jealous over Boosie. He's jealous of another man because he's making more money on a platform than him, even though he's making way more money ever. And it clouds his judgment so bad that he wants to crash out. And he doesn't even want to have a conversation. He thinks that these stupid ass comments justify his position. So I said, fuck him. He's not welcome to the platform anymore. I don't give a
No more makeup?
Yeah, no more makeup.
Oh,
I'm sorry, Candace. I'm sorry.
I don't know about y'all, bro. That's called fumbling the bag, man. Anybody justifying this, you're also a dummy. First off, bro.
So yeah, so Chino, what is your thoughts on Aries Spears being paid $4K per episode, but he wanting more because obviously he hearing everyone else wanting more. And I don't know, it's that TV goes off, and then today, very bad. I think this is the one.
Is having a very bad day today. One of the worst days he's ever had in a minute. Aries Spears is losing his war with DJ Vlad very badly. And you know he's losing the war badly when people who traditionally don't like Vlad and don't care for Vlad, when they're siding with Vlad.
Listen, man, I said I wasn't going to address this because I didn't feel like I really needed to. But I'm going to address it because the warrior-like spirit in me that's an Aries, because that's my zodiac, is fighting it. But I'm going to try to be a gentleman about it as much as I can. Apparently, Vlad decided to do an interview where he's taking shots at me and throwing me under the bus. And let me just say for the record, Vlad, you are a coward, a narcissist, and a hypocrite. Because I didn't even really watch the whole video, because what turned me off immediately was he started out by saying, "We're not friends." You said to me in my face on multiple occasions that we are friends. But now all of a sudden, because I asked you for a bump in pay and that pissed you off, we're not friends. So which is it? Tell the truth. And let me give y'all a little bit of backstory. So basically I called Vlad and said, look, I feel like I want a little bit of bump in pay because I know my value. You once had Lord Jamar, Godfrey, Tony Yayo, Boosie, and me, all of which many times people said were your best guests. Who's the only one left? Me. Godfrey left, Jamar left, Yayo left, and Boosie left. I'm the last one standing. And when people go, yo, I watched the show because of you, yo, I subscribed to his channel.
Vlad also addressed him saying that in the video. Yayo just did an interview with Vlad. He's still there. Lord Jamar is still there whenever Vlad needs him. Vlad hasn't really called on Lord Jamar because Lord Jamar didn't really do any numbers his last interview. So Vlad is saying, okay, the people you claiming left, they're still here. And as a matter of fact, the other people who are here doing interviews, they do more numbers than you, right? But that's besides the point. The point here that he's feeling to address, Vlad was willing to have the conversation. Vlad says, hey, man, let's hop on the phone. Let's talk about it. Aries Spears said, okay, call me at 5. Vlad calls him at 5. He doesn't pick up. Vlad texts on the phone. But Aries Spears was trying to play hardball, and Vlad thought that was disrespectful and just stopped.
The moment your interview's over, I unsubscribe. There's value in that. So you're mad at me because I'm recognizing my worth? And I told you I wanted to be fair. I wasn't even saying pay me what you pay Boosie, because I get it. From a numbers business standpoint, I get it. I'm just asking you to be a little bit fair. And now here's the thing. Again, you're a liar, you're a coward, and you're a hypocrite. Because what you do is you want to be seen so badly instead of just doing what you do best, which is stay behind the camera. 2 times you asked to come to my shows. One, I forget where it was in LA. I think it was Oxnard or Brea or whatever. And then the other one at the Nova Theater. Both times I gave you free tickets. And you said to me both times, yo, shout me out, shout me out. Why is that? Because it's so important for you to have the attention on yourself. And I didn't shout you out because I knew that. That was my moment. That was my time. When I'm on your show, it's both our times. So there's that. Then here's the other thing. You went and talked about my podcast partner, Andy Steinberg, who you befriended. Both times you came to my show. Now all of a sudden you talking about him? Make that make sense. And let's get another thing straight. 9 times out of 10, when you want to boost your numbers, who do you always go to? The Black community. So whether you are using us to help your platform, and I'll be real, we help each other. And I've said that. I've never disrespected you. I've never talked crazy about you. I just simply said I want my worth. But you use the Black community when you need us, and you play the Black card when you in some Black dussy. And when I say dussy, I don't mean the word dussy. I mean a word that starts with P that rhymes with dussy.
Even I had to say, hold on, bro. Hold on, bro. Hold on right then and there, bro. Hold on, bro. When Aries Spears be on Vlad, you know what Aries Spears be saying? And there's multiple clips of this. man, Vlad, these people be telling me Vlad use a.
So after he done that video, right? After he done that video, I believe Vlad obviously spanned back the block on him again. Okay, and yeah, it didn't look good for him at all. It wasn't good for him. Wasn't good for him.
Having a very tough day. He just got destroyed and exposed by Vlad TV again. See, Aries Spears made a video on his Instagram where he promised us he was going to expose and destroy Vlad on his podcast this week, even going as far as claiming he's the greatest ish talker ever, and Vlad done messed up now. But indeed, Vlad ain't messed up. Because when I clicked on to hear what Aries Spears had to say about Vlad, it was very underwhelming, embarrassing, and kind of cringe. I think at some point his co-host called him out, and Aries Spears just flat out lied, and the entire comment section is saying, "Bro, you lie. Like we can tell you're lying."
But Vlad is such a narcissist and sensitive. And listen, I'm an egomaniac. I got my flaws as far as some of that goes, so I'm owning up to that. But I'm also not going to kiss your ass, which is to say, I guess in Vlad's mind, maybe I approached this wrong, even though I just simply said, yo, man, I would like a little bit more money. To which he said, and this is where he kind of rubbed me wrong, where he just goes, something, and he said it so blatantly, like, you know, you don't do what Boosie does, and I don't care what people say in terms of them telling you, yo, I watch the show for you. When you're not on, I don't care for it. When you're on, I buy subscriptions. The minute you leave, I cancel the subscription. All I'm simply going to say is there's value in that.
Aries Spears is probably new to this content or YouTube thing, but if you're dropping a hit piece being used to run propaganda on somebody, you don't include the things we would agree on. You want to include everything that makes the person look bad. This just makes Vlad look even more great. Aries Spears thought there was value in 2 or 3 comments when Vlad got 6 million subscribers.
And I know I don't get the numbers that Boosie gets. So I'm not asking for what Boosie gets. But what I'm saying is, if there is value and people telling you that, yo, I watch because of him, I get subscriptions because of him, well, the nigga, break a little bread. Because if I'm the last of the Mohicans, and I thought Tony Yayo wasn't on anymore, but he still is. As far as I know, Lord Jamar quit. Godfrey, I know for sure, quit. Boosie, because he's not getting the money he wants, he quit. If I'm one of the last staples left that generate numbers, work with me. And the main thing that struck me wrong is I said, Vlad, don't tell me my worth. Because while you might feel I'm not, and maybe he thought I was asking for what Boosie was, which I wasn't. And I thought I made that clear. I'm just saying that if I have any value, let's talk. But to simply go, oh, I'm not going to pay you just based off what people say. And I'm going, I think there's value in that. And then so he goes, yo, I'm going to call you. Let's talk about it. And at the time he wanted to talk, I couldn't talk. I was busy.
This is where Aries Spears really messed up, because in a he says, she says situation, we're trying to determine who's more credible. Who can we believe? Vlad says this, Aries Spears this. Which is true? Vlad says that Aries Spears was disrespectful to the guest. Aries Spears said Vlad is lying. Who do we believe? So if you're Aries Spears and you put yourself in a position where you are about to proceed to lie about something that all of our eyes already saw, and you're about to proceed to lie about it as if our eyes didn't see what we saw, then you automatically become about the text exchange with Vlad, lies about the series of events, lies about who set a time, lies about agreeing to a time. And he did all of this to make himself look like a victim and to make Vlad look like Vlad was just tripping for no reason. And once he did this is where I feel like Aries Spears lost the audience.
So then when I didn't call him at the time he told me to call him, next thing I know, I see the clip of him talking shit. So I text him and simply said, you know what? And like, I was almost rubbing my forehead when I did it. It's like, man, please tell me that you're not doing what I think you're doing. Please tell me you're not throwing me under the bus because I didn't call you back. Like, please, Vlad. And I literally text him all this. Please, I didn't even watch the interview because I'm just hoping you're not doing what I think you are. His reply, you. Well, wait. And then the next thing I know, here we are. So say what you're about to say.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. I think that was the closest to an apology that we're going to get. That was great. I like it.
And just for the record, to all you people hitting me up going, yo, man, y'all need to make up and get back on the show because y'all two are like Howard Cosell and Muhammad Ali and the chemistry. That ship is sailed.
No,
it
hasn't.
That it's almost like a slave ship. That they got the niggas off of Africa and they went to America. That is gone.
Like Ike and Tina, you're going to be back together.
No, sir. No, sir.
Oh, come on.
No,
Okay,
sir.
but
not after all the shit he said.
So he said, what time works? You said 5 p.m.
No, I didn't. I said, I'll let you
After
know.
5.
I said, I'll let you know.
I saw the screenshots.
I know, but I'm just saying, at first I said, I'll let you know.
He's trying to paint Vlad as unreasonable, and his homie is calling him out on it. The homie said, bro, I see the screenshot. You told him 5, right? And he called you at 5 and you ghosted him. And Aries like, no, I never told him 5. I never gave no time. I just told him I'll see, right? I'll let him know. That's not true. No, he's trying to paint Vlad as unreasonable, and his homie is calling him out for lying. Here's the text exchange between Aries Spears and Vlad, so you can see how of a bold, fat liar Aries Spears is.
So I get home, and I said, yo, now I'm home. Let's have a conversation about the numbers. He said, cool, let's do it. I said, cool, what time works for you? At 5 o'clock. Bet. I change around my schedule. I clear my schedule out. And I'm like, okay, me and Aries are going to have a business.
Team aren't even on the same page.
I'm not sure. Then he picked the time. He said, let's do it at 5. And I never responded him.
What was the thumbs up for?
I'd have to see. I don't know what you did.
Okay, so I thought you said after 5. And then you didn't call him.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, hey, blah, blah, blah. You still want to, but you never responded. Then he reached out again and was like, hey, you still want to talk? And then you're like, at some point.
Okay.
So
that
you're
warrants-
coming here trying to
hold on.
ask for more money.
Hold on.
and then,
Wait. But even if I said that, okay, at some point, I'm busy. At some point.
But there's probably stuff leading up to it.
But tell me what about that warrants you going, I'm going to just completely lie, throw this nigga under the bus and talk.
Yeah,
I said at some point.
Maybe.
Here's what you're not going to do. You're not going to beckon me. And this is where Vlad's ego and him being a narcissist. You're not going to beckon me. You're not summoning me. I'm busy, nigga. I got to do. And despite what a lot of people believe, my legacy does not live and die on Vlad TV.
No one said it.
No. Because people in the comments love to go, and I can show you, man, your career, man. You done fumbled the bag, man. Your career. Listen, I've been doing this for 30 plus decades. Before Vlad was ever
30 years.
36 years.
Yeah, but 30 decades is
30 years. I mean,
like, come on, bro. This is the man who said he's the greatest shit talker ever. That when he goes on his podcast and he touched that mic, he's about to eviscerate Vlad TV. I didn't see not one evisceration, bro. This is sad, man. Now, so once he does like the ducking and the mental gymnastics, and eventually when his co-host decides to allow him to breathe, because I'll be real, watching this episode, man, they might have been on Vlad TV's side, bro. Right, Vlad TV might have given them the check or something, man, before this show, because they was not letting Aries Spears get off nothing. So Aries Spears finally addresses, the narrative that he's showing up to Vlad. He's asking for makeup. He's sending Vlad TV's employees on a scavenger hunt for a sweat towel because he's sweating while sitting down. He's being rude to Vlad's employees. Now, he responds back to that, and he denies it all, but we just watch Aries Spears lie to our face and tell us we didn't see what we saw in those text messages. So I'm not taking Aries Spears denying this as anything.
I'll be honest, I've been ignoring the clips. Every time I see one, I just go past it because I know me, and I'm fighting to just not be a Tupac and be like, that's why I'm fat. But the clip I saw, you go, so Aries, when he comes to my studio, he berates and disrespects my staff. He's rude. He talks crazy to him. And you gave this one example where I just put the phone down and went, you liar. He goes, Aries brings a towel with him because he sweats. And one day he forgot his towel. So he stopped the taping and told, and let me be clear. When you go do Vlad TV, there's two people in the room. There's Vlad and his camera guy who also does the sound. And I signed the thing saying you could use my likeness. Those are the only two people in the room outside of me. So you saying staff, like you got a 15-man team. It's one. And at no point did I go, stop. And you said, I stopped him and I told him, go to the store and get me a cloth. And we had to wait till he came back and brought me what I demanded. That never happened ever. And when I go to Vlad, the most conversation I have with his cameraman is, hey, how you doing? He mics me, I sign a little tablet, and that's it. We have never exchanged words, me and your camera guy, ever. I put that on my kids' lives and myself. If I'm lying, maybe all not wake up tomorrow. That is like Tony Soprano. I'm my daughter's nice. That's never happened, you liar, you snake.
Tell me about Candace.
Who's Candace?
The makeup artist.
What about her?
She's all the rave now. She sounds amazing.
Yeah, she's a makeup artist. And yeah, for the record, yes, I would have a makeup artist cover up the dark spots around my eyes because one, it's hot as a with them lights on. So yes, I do sweat, hence the towel.
Yo, his co-host hate him, bro. Yo, his co-host despise Aries, bro. Yo, Aries goes into making his put the first thing to do. Yeah, bro. But what about you as a grown man using a makeup artist to cover the
Yeah, it's funny because he caught himself out as well. He said he didn't have about the towel, and then he did have the towel. You know what I mean? So yeah, he did catch himself out. He definitely did. But chap, I want you to let me know if Adam22 is wrong because I'm not too sure if you're aware or not. But it was like a week ago, we saw there's a guy named Moose Man that's been taking shots at Poetic Flocko and Wack 100. Wack 100's already let it be known to Adam, yo, do not let my man come here. I don't want nothing to do with him. I don't want to pod with him, right? Well, you know, Wack and Adam's got his show, and Adam brought the Moose Man guy to the Wack and Adam show. And Wack 100 obviously crashed out on him, you know what I mean? Was gonna go brazy on him, was gonna fight him. And even though Adam is the one that brought Moose Man to the environment where he was not welcome, and Adam was fully aware of that, Adam tried to flip it on Wack and that like Wack was the one that was obviously being violent and he's the one that's in the wrong. So I did put a poll up in the chat. Is Adam22 wrong? Let me know, chat. Let me know. All right. We're going to break this down from the top because it was nasty, nasty work. Adam22, in my opinion, he's trying to get rid of Wack, like, you know, get him fired from the show. And he's trying to set them up. Trust me.
Out and was about to beat the living dog-ish out of this racist Mexican dude who works at No Jumper.
What? I ain't know about
Come
none of
on,
that.
man.
Bro.
A lot of you guys seen that clip and automatically assume Wack 100 was trying to be a bully. And that's why I made this video, because I know No Jumper is about to run a narrative and a campaign to try to make the racist Mexican into a victim when it's far from the case. The racist Mexican just got to No Jumper and he's trying to do what others have done in the past and failed at it, which is when you get to No Jumper, you identify who a portion of the audience may dislike, and you essentially try to go after that person to gain favor with a certain portion of the audience so you can at least have some favor. So he began to go after people like Wack and myself for absolutely no reason whatsoever. I don't know who put a battery in his back. Now, I have my suspicions, but I don't know who But for some reason, he was just being like disrespectful out of nowhere. It's not criticism because No Jumper employees criticize each other all the time. I make videos about them. They make videos about me. Spody and Ant has disagreement. Remo and like we have critiqued each other to the end of time. But the reason why a lot of people don't like the racist Mexican is because instead of sticking to criticism and critiquing people, he goes to insults, right? He calls people weirdos and goofies. Bro, this is the West Coast. Weirdos and goofy. Now, to a lot of other people, you guys really don't understand like the connotation that those words have. But weirdos and goofy on the West Coast is like the ultimate insult you can call anybody. And I'm not even talking about the microaggressions like calling black men you don't like low IQs or calling into question black men you don't like blackness as if you got any say in who's black and who's not. When I got wind that him and Wack 100 was not seeing eye to eye because he called Wack 100 low IQ, a weirdo, and a goofy on his podcast, I hit this kid up and I said, listen, you keep doing these microaggressive things and hiding behind being naive. I wish everyone involved safety, but this issue is not going to end well. My best advice is just stick to critiquing and articulating your critiques and stop the microaggression. Y'all work in the same office. Why even create racial tensions? The reason I even feel comfortable showing you guys this message is because the racist Mexican and others have came on No Jumper and they have leaked messages that I wrote to him and others in the group chat. They have literally came and told you guys exactly what I said in the group chat, as well as other people. So why don't they show this? Why don't they show me telling this kid and warning him, yo, what you're doing is wrong. Calling people weird, goofy is not going to end well for you. Stop it. Stick to your critiques. Don't insult nobody. Critique them and use your words to critique them instead of calling people outside of their names. I then tell him again, Wack was mad to begin with because you got comfortable calling that man outside of his name on these podcasts. I don't like you, but this is not even about that right now. I'm honestly telling you, as genuine as I can say this, bro, the microaggression and underhanded racial stuff gets picked up quickly. Even if you think you're getting away with it, or you doing this slick enough that Adam or others won't notice, I'm not even coming at you. This is some real ish. That man didn't just snap at you for no reason. I'm telling him, he's from the West Coast, so he understands what he's doing when he calls a gang member, especially an older black guy like Wack 100, a goofy and a weirdo and low IQ, among other things. So he understands what he's doing, but I still try to warn him and talk to him as if he didn't know. It went through one ear and out the other. He didn't give a. I remember one time, I'm telling him again, trying to educate him on, bro, you can't be calling people weirdos and goofies and low IQs, like, and those things is not cool. You know what he said? You know what he said? After I'm telling him, hey, bro, you can't be saying these things. He goes, you crying because y'all got called a weirdo? Well, you a now it's not innocent. So this is the innocent racist Mexican they want to present as this super innocent, never insults nobody, right? And Flacco was bullying him in the This is the dude this is who he really is behind the scenes, but he will do things like this behind the scenes, right? And then get checked on camera, and then they spread the narrative that he's being bullied. He's not being bullied. He starts everything. Like, he is literally the starter of every conflict he's ever been in. Fast forward to this week, he makes an appearance on the No Jumper show, and he starts talking spicy to Wack. Like, Wack is not there, but he's talking spicy. He's talking as if he wants an issue and wants a problem with Wack.
That little 5'5" little fat dude can say whatever he wants, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I don't turn nothing down, my boy. That little 5'5" little fat dude can say whatever he wants, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I don't turn nothing down, my boy.
You see how he looked at the camera to try to like get like a moment like this? Like, bruh, it's just corny, it's cringe, it's goofy, right? The dude is uncomfortable in his own skin. I call him a kid, but he's older than me. I think he's like 30, right? So he has no excuse. He's not naive. He knows what he's doing, and it's intentional. Wack obviously heard this. Wack wasn't happy about it, but Wack told the kid, hey, bruh, stay over there. I'm going to stay over here. Keep your distance. We don't got to work. As a matter of fact, I'm not working with you ever. I'm not podcasting with you. Stay over here. I'm going to stay over there. He was even yelling at one of the other hosts because the other host was going to do a podcast with Wack 100 after Wack 100 told the racist Mexican that he's not going to do a podcast with him. So the racist Mexican is upset that the other host is doing a podcast with Wack, and he's not doing a podcast with Wack because Wack told him, I'm not podcasting with you. I don't want to work with you. Just keep your distance because you've done things that are too disrespectful.
I'll be up there later to do the podcast.
Oh yeah, that too. We got to talk about that too, Doe, because you switched up on me for Wack, and Wack don't want to sit down with me, so I wasn't invited to the pod. But you ran to Wack's feet to go kiss him. Doe, we got to talk about that too.
That's him acknowledging that Wack told him that he's not podcasting with him. He's not invited to come to his podcast. He don't want no type of association. He don't want an encounter with you. He wants you to stay over here while he stay over here. He don't want no problems. That's him acknowledging. Wack told him he don't want no problems. He don't want to podcast because he can't podcast with you after what you've said about him over the last couple of weeks. I know firsthand, Wack didn't say this once, twice, or Wack told him folks 3 or 4 times. I'm not podcasting with this dude. He's disrespectful. He's doing things that makes me feel uncomfortable. I don't even want to put myself in a space where I got to put my hands on this dude. Keep him away from me. Wack is up there one day out the week, which is Thursdays. Wack has his time block. He's up there, which is Thursdays at this time. So it's not hard to avoid Wack. You know what this dude did? After Wack told him 3 or 4 times, I don't want to podcast with you, stay out my way, keep over there. This dude waited for Wack 100 to come to No Jumper. And then as Wack 100 is podding, he makes a video on his Instagram about how he's about to confront Wack and it's about to be a movie, about to see what's up. Knowing this man told him, I don't want to be near you, stay away from me. He makes this video as if he's about to go check Wack or something.
Hey, I'm about to go in. Wack 100 don't know I'm here, but I'm about to catch him lacking. I'm at No Jumper right now. He doesn't even know it. Just wait on it, chat.
His whole plan that failed miserably, he was going to do this performative thing where he's going to show up and confront Wack and show the chat that, he's not scared of nobody and he can pull up and confront anybody. Again, performative, right? Even showing up and trying to look intense and kind of stare down Wack, it failed miserably. Right? It fell flat on his face.
Easy / makes sense.
Oh,
no way.
Please, I do not break up fights.
No way.
I don't break up fights. So y'all would just be in here getting down.
Oh, what?
I have my pod with you, Wack.
Oh,
no.
I had no knowledge of this. I didn't know. I don't want nobody to feel like
this
I
is
knew.
Bad.
He's in his fight camp gear. I'm not liking that at all.
This is bad.
Adam, I will not break this up if it goes left.
I will dive between these people
I won't,
if anything goes down.
Because I'm not trying to get hit, trying to stop somebody else from getting hit. You mad at me, Moose?
We did not know this was
I
going to
feel
happen.
like you're switching up on me, though.
I'm not switching up on you. Got a problem. Okay, all right.
Wow, we have a large Mexican man in here, and he looks
from
like
Northern California, Sacramento to be exact. And you're from Sacramento. That's my problem with you.
He shot somebody in the mall in Sacramento when he was 12 years old.
Arden needs get back. Arden Mall needs our get back. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just trying to shoot you, Wack.
Let's run through this scenario again. Disrespected Wack for months. Knew Wack didn't like you. Told Wack he was fat and short and nobody's scared of him and you ain't turning down nothing. Wack told you 3 or 4 times the morning of, hey, bro, I don't want to podcast with you. Don't show up. You're not invited. Then you still show up and walk in. Now, even if Adam told you to show up, it's still not wise or smart either. That man told you, I don't want to work with you. Leave me alone. And you are still coming to antagonize him. And the first thing out of your mouth is, I'm just kidding. I ain't trying to shoot you, Wack. What? But he's doing all of this. Even him walking in, chest poked out, standing over the table like this. He sits down, said, oh, I'm just kidding. I ain't trying to shoot you, Wack. Then he starts to stare at Wack like this. All of this is, again, performative, is posturing.
I don't know how this is going to go.
Bro, you looking at me like you got a problem, homie.
No, I'm giving you my full attention, my undivided attention.
I don't appreciate it, right? But you looking at me like you got a problem.
I'm giving you my undivided attention, like a man to man. That's what we do. I don't got a problem. I have criticism of your podcast, and I've said that from the jump.
You got a problem though, because you You coming? I'm not these other cats, homie.
I'm not. I don't think
And
you're these
come
other
in here,
cats.
You playing, and it's not gonna be no play, bro. I promise you that.
What, you finna punch me or something? Because that's not what I'm here to do. I'm not here to fight with you. We grown men. You almost 50-some years old. We're not here to squabble up, Wack. I'm here to sit and have a conversation with you. I think we could both handle that, right?
Yeah, let's build. Why just destroy?
Yeah.
I don't know why he's so mad in the first place. He's been calling people yelling about me. What did I do that was so bad?
Adam did it as a joke.
Who's been telling you what, Wack?
I don't know you, homie. You don't know me.
I'm a big fan, though. I watch a lot of Adam and Wack shows.
You don't know me, bro. On some real shit.
I get that.
And this ain't worth your life, homie.
You gonna kill me?
Life, homie. You coming in here playing. I'm not playing, homie. I'm telling you right, I'm not playing.
So you see how he's now playing that innocent role, I didn't do nothing role? After weeks and months of antagonizing Wack, after Wack told him 3 or 4 times to not show up and he don't want to podcast with him and he's not invited, you see how he's now playing the innocent role? Because this was the plan all along. The plan was to show up, antagonize Wack, have Wack crash out. Now all of a sudden he's like the victim and he got his moment. This was the plan all along. I just wish that Wack would have just walked out, man. All right, bro, like I'm good, bro. Like y'all weird, y'all goofy, I'm gone. Because this was the plan all along. Showing up, mean mugging. Now Wack is telling him, hey, bro, stop playing with me, man. Fair warning, stop playing with me. I already told you 3 or 4 times. You are not invited. Don't show up. Don't come on anywhere I'm at. Leave me alone. How many times should a grown man tell another grown man to leave me alone before crashing out is necessary? But he's playing that innocent role when behind the scenes he's telling people, F you, use a B. But now he's playing that innocent role. When Wack wasn't there, he was on the podcast saying, man, ain't nobody scared of that 5'4" fat dude. I ain't turning down nothing. But when the camera turns on, he's now playing the, I'm just an innocent civilian. I just have critiques. I'm just criticizing you. What, you can't take criticism? When he knows it's not about criticism, right? He's been disrespectful. He's been violating. He's been doing things to antagonize. But, when the clip is on now, when he realized this is going to be a clip, he's now playing the, I'm just a journalist who asks the hard questions. Man, all right, bruh. But they've been doing this to us since the beginning of time, bruh. Right? Antagonize. And then as soon as we strike back, now we the big, the big bad black guys who's aggressive and we have no impulse control. So you pick, antagonize. I told you 4 times, leave me alone. And then I strike at you. Now all of a sudden, I'm the big bad black guy and you the innocent, say like white boy who was just trying to ask the hard questions.
You talking about?
He's coming to show respect.
I get that.
I'm telling you right now, I'm not playing.
I get that.
I don't give this white boy don't run nothing with me, homie.
I understand.
You can get it too, because this pulling, it ain't real.
Mm-hmm.
It's not worth your life. You got a mama and kids. You probably old enough to be my son, and you coming in here playing with some homie.
Well, what am I playing with?
You coming in here playing with some
What am I playing with,
really,
Wack?
it really ain't cool,
I'm trying to sit down and talk with you. You talking about I'm playing. I'm not playing.
Listen,
I'm
bro.
sitting here
First
in front of you to talk with you.
You are Mexican, bro.
Yeah.
And this demographic, I don't play. I don't cross lines with Mexicans because I understand how I go down here, homie.
Yeah, but I'm not a gang member, so that has nothing to do with this conversation.
Mexican.
I know, but you sit with a white boy every week.
Yeah, but we don't have them issues where I'm from with white boys, homie.
I know, but I have no issue with no bloods anywhere because I'm not a gang member.
Still a Mexican.
Especially from being from NorCal, you got no problems with nobody.
All right, come on.
This is nuts because when Wack gets up and he finally got Wack, right, to to get upset, watch how he strategically plays the victim. Watch how all of a sudden, Mr. Ain't nobody scared of no 5'4" fat dude. I ain't turning down nothing. Mr. You low IQ, weirdo, goofy. Mr. Oh, you crying because I call you a weirdo? F you, bitch. That Mr. F you, bitch. Now watch how Mr. F you, bitch act when Wack is now getting up to get him the smoke that he said he wanted.
Nigga, you think this game, nigga, I'm not playing.
I'm just trying to have a conversation.
Man.
He didn't know. It was something that Adam 22 was doing.
Nobody else in the building like rush in to help. He's behind Adam, and this is very representative pause. Bro, I don't know how to speak today for some reason, right? This is a great representation of the dynamics in the office. Nobody likes this kid, bro. You know the first person you will see run in if I was in this position? Josh. Right? Mikey. Remo. You know the first people who would rush in if Remo was in this position? Josh, me, Mikey. We would rush in to disfuse it. Everybody is like, man, whoop this dude's, ooh, this dude is an annoying sucker. Whoop him. Adam is the only person protecting him because Adam is probably the only person who liked this dweeb.
He's trying to you gotta make it a violent thing, bro. Come on.
Hey, just like I said, Wack.
No, bro, nigga.
911 on speed dog, nigga. Come on.
You see, when he said nigga, Wack gets pissed. Run it back. He just said the N-word. He's antagonizing Wack every step of the way. He just said the N-word.
Come on.
Hey, just like I said, Wack.
No, bro, nigga.
911 on speed dog, nigga. Come on.
911 on speed dial, nigga. Antagonizing Wack. Wack already telling me, bro, I'm from Pacoma. Pie rules, all of our ops are Mexicans. When I'm just conditioned to react this way when I hear a Mexican who I don't know calling me outside of my name and challenging me. And then in my face, you said the N-word to further antagonize me. Now Wack about to crash. Now guess what they say? Wack the bad guy now.
Nigga, look, I ain't worried about
come
none of
on,
that.
man.
That's
Sit
fine,
down,
bro. Nigga,
bro.
that's what we doing.
Wack, come on. The police. We're live.
Here, nigga. 911 on speed down. Come up in there playing. Nigga, I'm not to be
I'm not
playing
playing.
with,
I
homie.
sat down and tried to have a
I don't play with
conversation.
Mexicans like that,
It
bro.
don't matter, bro. I'm a special type of Mexican, I guess, because I'm a podcaster.
911
man.
on speed.
Bro, why? Yo, I ain't gonna lie, yo. Yo, nut is on Adam's. Nah, this was crazy, bro. This man got his penis on Adam's behind. That's how scary he is, bro. Mister, I ain't turning nothing down, huh?
He down. He's a
Hey, he wants to have a conversation with you.
About threatening violence.
Bro,
What is the
what you
problem?
talking about, nigga? Watch out. He on some what you talking about, nigga?
I got no issue with you, man.
If
you don't want a podcast, you can't handle it.
somebody at home.
Now, this is the part that really pissed me off. When I tell you, bruh, me and Adam argued about this. Like, that's how pissed I said, no. Wack says, yo, get him out of here, bro. They say, no, Wack, you leave. This one I said, this dude got to have blackmail or something. He got to have some type of blackmail or secret, bro. Because ain't no way.
Get your out of here.
But
Straight
this is
up.
showing your character, Wack. This is showing your character.
Hey, those is the homies outside.
Hey, it ain't showing nobody character.
Well,
You
homie.
can't talk no gangster nigga then start talking about the police. Ain't nobody talk never no gangster.
Again, he's playing the victim again. Mr. F.U.B. say, I ain't never talked no gangster. Mr. Anybody scared of 5'4" fat dude? I ain't turning down nothing. Ain't never talking no gangster stuff, though.
I never was on
Dead homies, nigga.
Bro.
Hey, Moose, come on outside. You think this is okay? Come outside.
Yo, they pretend. Yo, wait, look at this real quick. Yo, look at Adam's face real quick.
Outside, nigga. Hey, Moose, come on outside. You think this is okay? Come outside.
They acting like Wack is the one that's bro. When I tell you, I was so like perplexed, befuddled, and confused. How is Wack the one tripping when this dude came in to antagonize Wack?
You know, I don't think Wack knew he was coming. I don't.
No, Wack didn't know. He was supposed to. Adam 22 was doing it as a get back, something that Wack did to him that he didn't like. Like he felt it was disrespect. So he felt it was a prank or a joke he was doing on him by bringing this dude on. And I don't think that's funny, man, because if a dude antagonize you and keep picking at you, one day y'all see each other. Come on, it ain't no sorry.
Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah.
And listen, man, they know how to put me in this situation, bro.
I've never been on no gangster, man. Never been on no tough Wack, man.
Bro, I never thought that he would actually try to have that kind of energy, bro.
Nigga, I don't play these talking games, bro. Come outside. Come on. Outside, homie. Come outside, nigga.
You want me to do that?
Bring outside.
You got it.
Why move, nigga?
Bro.
You playing with?
You got it.
I told you I don't.
You're not doing
this.
You got it.
He's trying to podcast.
Nigga, I don't play with Mexicans like
I'm
that.
not trying to disrespect you, my G. I'm trying to have a
Man, Wack a better man than me, bro. Man, listen, man. Wack is a better man than me, bro. Wack has so much restraint, and it's because Wack has been in situations like this before, so Wack kind of know how to behave, bro. I don't know, bro.
He would have caught him assault charge. They got him all on video.
Yeah, it would have been peak for Wack. Yeah,
Once he said, "I'm coming in peace," that them people in the courts would have been like,
Yeah, it was a lineup, man. They tried to set him up, man. It would look nasty on if Wack 100 had put hands on this guy here, it would have looked bad on Wack 100.
And things like from my own. But when you get to talking, how you get to talking about how you Martin Luther King and you questioning people's blackness and you more pro-black than this person and you F this and F this, and we know you're only doing this for a moment, bro, I would give you that moment. I don't care who's in the way. Where I'm at in my life, man, I'm militant, bro. I don't care who's in the way, and I'm not talking tough, bro. I wouldn't care if my mama was right here, bro. If you put me in this situation deliberately, I'm running through you.
a conversation.
I don't want a conversation.
Okay, then we ain't got to do that.
You come in here playing with me, nigga.
Hey,
I ain't them.
I'm not trying to play with you. I'm not trying to threaten you.
Nigga, you can't me.
I get that.
Throw your nigga.
I get that.
Throw your
You don't got no
nigga, throw your
Flag, just go.
Watch out, Adam.
I'm not watching out.
Hey, nigga.
You gotta go.
I'm not doing that with you, Wack.
You gotta go.
I'm not doing that with you.
Nigga.
Wack, you came to podcast, you want to fight. You gotta go.
You heard the shit saying about me.
He ain't said
What?
He ain't said
Hey, nigga,
watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Wack says, you've been hearing the itch. As if Wack didn't watch the clip himself. As if Moose didn't confirm in the group chat, oh yeah, I said it, but so what? So as if Wack woke up one day and said, you know what, I'm just gonna crash on him for no reason. Wack watched the same clips I watched. Right? The same ones I watched. And to be honest, I think like Wack 100 found it accidentally because the person who sent me it, I'm watching it like, you feel me, like thinking they just talked about me. Whole time he going on an entire tangent.
Yeah, Fat
There's
Joe
another clip where he's talking.
You know, Fat Joe and them stepped to him on the same type of ish, right?
Yeah, stepped to about 100, right?
Yeah, because he was saying, like, talking out his face to Pistol Pete. That was the one that did the Max.
Yeah, the Max B. Yeah, yeah.
He was offering the Frank stand and all that. So Fat Joe stopped him and what's up? What's up? He didn't have that energy.
Yeah, the energy didn't.
And once I seen this dude would have been coward like that, I would have backed down because then I would have been the bully. I kind of would have caught on quicker than Wack.
No, Wack.
Talking about lunch. What are you talking about? This weird druggy old man. I said, bro, you don't talk about people like this, man, and think it is all cool. So Adam says he didn't say nothing about you. As if Wack is just making it all up.
I'm not with you, Wack.
You gotta go.
I'm not doing that with you.
Wack, you came to podcast, you want to fight. You gotta go.
You saying about me.
He ain't said
about you.
He ain't said about you.
Wack. You didn't call me a little bitch. You didn't call me a little foul.
On my soul, I never have said that.
Wack, you can't be in here doing this. Nigga, you brought this here. He wants the podcast. Did you tell me that? You're trying to scrap with him. I told you that as a man. You can't be doing this here.
I never called you out.
We tried to do a podcast. You're trying to fight.
Yo, I don't know, like, what's going on here. They don't seem to understand that when somebody is telling you this person was talking trash about me online, I don't want no problems, bro. I don't want no issues with them. Just keep them away from me. We do the Adam and Wack show with just Wack and Adam every week. We do the show with Wack and Adam every week. Bringing him on unannounced to antagonize me when I said I don't want to do this with this dude, and I told y'all 3 times and you still brought him, and then when I trip and crash out, now it's my fault and he's the victim.
That's a fact, Ty.
I mean, I was coming. You said this man. I didn't know he was coming. For me? Right. Did I walk your way? Did I walk?
You said Wack too old to be playing the superhero gangster persona. No, that's a fact.
That's a fact. Man. Once
Leave that mess for the young folks.
I'm keeping that G'd up, TMR, man. If I seen him like coward like that, then I would have backed down some. I would have actually antagonized him through that. You understand? Let's sit down. We're going to talk. And I'm going to antagonize him.
Yeah, and I give you another angle. Like, say he didn't have this energy for Fat Joe.
Yeah, that's a fact, man. He's doing it a lot extra. I don't know, man. And he's doing it on camera. Like, come on, yo. You above the law. Like
Here. Okay, then he needs to leave. You need to leave. He's chilling. He's trying to podcast. You're trying to fight. Right, cool. I'll leave.
That's crazy, man. I think that's that's tough. That's wrong to me, man. I don't like that at all, man. I don't like that at all. Not at all, bro. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this, man. Do y'all think Wack was justified or was Wack trying to bully him? I think anybody who watched this and think that Wack is trying to bully this dude, y'all need to get your brain checked, man. But let me know in the comment section, right, what you guys think about this. And if you're still watching.
No, like I said, it's a fact that like that guy was troubling Wack. And I have to be honest.
As soon as he came in, he started, like poking the bear.
Yeah.
Of course, man. But at a moment and point when you see him cower down like that, then I have to back up because I already know what I can do to this dude. And this dude's soft. I'm not gonna get more amped up, keep yelling and all that. We ain't gonna fight. You scared?
That's a fact. That's a fact. So before we get up out of here, are you aware of Gucci Mane's artist Foogiano? Are you aware of him?
Yeah, I heard that situation.
Yeah, so as we know, obviously he's been released from prison and allegedly he sided up with Pooh Shiesty. If that's the case, what is your thoughts on that?
I mean, it is what it is, man. I still think he told. I'm not gonna even sit here and play with it. He ride it. It is what it is, man. No matter how you look at it, you are gonna have people that's his fan that's gonna say, nah, he did it from a business point of view. He shouldn't take the loss. I could see all pointers, but he did. I mean, to do that rap song afterward, that was wow. That was diabolical.
It was. No, it was. So let's see, because I'm aware of it, but this was like last week when man was ill. So let's see how he showed his betrayal, towards Gucci and sided up with Pooh Shiesty. Let's see. But salute to everyone that's in the building. Make sure you double tap that screen chat to hit the like button. And make sure you subscribe if you're new. And if you're enjoying the content, make sure you subscribe.
Eggs. Get ready. You know what to do, chick. I find him. I like chicks smooth. Chick's Move is somebody I really enjoy listening to on YouTube because Chick just got an intellectual curiosity about things.
Oh man, grand opening, grand closing, you guys.
Jakes, appreciate you getting to that rap song was a lame move, but how he a rat shake my head.
I mean, the statement alone says it all. The song says it all. Like I said, this is going to be a split thing because a lot of people feel that he didn't, but then you have a lot of people feel that he did. And I'm not going to knock it. He ain't my friend. He wouldn't be my friend after the situation. But it's to each his own. To each his own. Rather he told or not, Pooh should have read his contract and handled it in a better fashion. Absolutely. I think all of them, they did wrong. Every one of them did wrong. The ish on video and they robbed the ex-cat. No, I don't think it's on video. They said it ain't on video. That's the thing. And the cop wasn't in the room. It's a lot more to it. I think you should really look back into it a little bit more. And then,
Yeah, we would definitely have to spin the block on that situation for sure. Because allegedly, Pooh Shiesty's dad allegedly talking as well. Allegedly,
bad. You could check in our library, Juxley. You could check in our library. I'm sorry if I didn't pronounce it right, but check in our library. We do have a live with all the information on it.
It's officially over. 1017, the label is officially over as we know it. The last remaining active member, Foogiano, just came home from prison after 5 years, and he's officially chosen a side in this Gucci Mane versus Pooh Shiesty situation. And surprise, surprise, it was not Gucci Mane's side. Now, while he was locked up, Gucci Mane was actually looking forward to him coming home. This Gucci Mane clip of him dropping all the 1017 members a couple years ago is officially one of the worst aged hip-hop videos in a long time. After Gucci dropped all the new 1017 members, he told everybody only Pooh Shiesty and Foogiano are going to be on the roster. However, both guys came home from prison and had other plans in mind. Who is this we that you're going to keep on your 1017 roster? You speak French now? Here's a video.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Listen, I wanted to make this announcement on 1017 yesterday, but I just seen like my statement, my P&L with all my artists. It's almost like a whole bunch of shakeup and it's a whole shit show in the industry right now. But when I look at my P&L and me being a businessman, I think that I'm gonna have to release almost all my artists except for Pooh Shiesty and Foogiano. This is a decision I didn't want to make. I thought about it, you know what I'm saying? I could keep all of them under the contract. But I said, hey, fuck it. Let's just make the unselfish decision and, let them take their talents elsewhere. So today, you know what I'm saying? I already reached out to all of my artists, you know what I'm saying, to their lawyers and whatever, and let them know that they're free to take their talents elsewhere. And I'm still looking for new talent to pair up with, Pooh and Foo, and that's where I'm gonna put my focus. And I just wish them the best. And I just want to let everybody know that because, hey, that's where we at.
Now, just a couple of days after coming home from prison earlier this week, Foogiano has officially showed his support for Pooh Shiesty by changing his profile picture to the mugshot of Pooh Shiesty after he got locked up for robbing and kidnapping.
Okay, so that's what he done then to show what side he on. Wow.
And Gucci. He also reposted this message. Somebody said, we doing our time and making it back to our loved ones without taking another nigga from theirs. We not respecting that rat shit at all. From the streets to the state and the feds, we standing on business. Welcome home, cuz. Now, a lot of people wanted Foogiano to stay out of the situation. People said, bruh, Foogiano, you just got home. You're still under contract with Gucci. Making a move like this and showing your hand too early is bad for business. Now that you've shown Gucci what side you're on, what makes you think he's not going to be petty and keep you under contract until 2056? Now, I do want to keep focus here, you guys. Gucci Mane is still the victim here. He was the one who went to a meeting and was robbed and kidnapped. However, you do have to question his skills of being a label owner and a CEO. Brother, what kind of contract are you having these guys sign? At this point, Gucci has to make the contracts public. We gotta see why all these artists do not want to be affiliated with you anymore. Now, on the flip side, if you're Gucci Mane and you know you've done nothing but good business with these guys, you gotta feel a certain level of betrayal. These are guys who was not mainstream before you got to them. You took them out the hood, put money in their pockets, give them a fair contract, and now when shit hits the fan, nobody wants to honor their contract anymore. It might be time to just end 1017, focus on your other business ventures, and eventually ride off into the sunset. However, if you still want to stay in music with 1017 the label, there has to be a rebrand of 1017, maybe go into R&B, maybe go into EDM. However, you can't sign any street artists anymore. With your name being thrown into certain paperwork and people claiming that you were talking to the cops, it's hard to still prop up your label as a street label. Big Bank recently spoke on the situation, and even he said Gucci Mane should not have done that.
I could never, even though Bank, I'm a totally different nigga now, but I can't outgrow the seeds that I planted.
I'm listening. Explain that to me a little bit.
Like, I planted certain seed that I could never outgrow. Like, if I did certain shit, I can't speak on Gucci. I'm just gonna put myself in the shoes and answer it the way I would handle it.
I got you.
If I'm in the streets and I take from niggas, somebody take something from me, I gotta respect it, because they had to respect it. That's the truth. I had to respect it. No matter what the loss is. Karma is karma, bro.
I'm with you.
Shit, what goes around comes around for real. I don't know if I believe in karma now. I don't know if people believe in karma now. But I believe, bro, what you plant come back to you, and you gotta respect it in a certain degree.
So do you think he shouldn't have called the police? Or you think that he shouldn't have talked about being with the police?
I think you should have took your L. How many L's you done made niggas take?
So look, so you know it was a camera. They had a camera and they caught it on camera.
All right, listen, I'm not saying tell your security or tell that white boy not to tell. Y'all can tell all y'all want to. But my name ain't finna be in that shit.
I got you. So they don't go in there. This for me. They go in there, they take shit, they make it find that shit, they pull them guns on that nigga. I don't know, man. I think I'm going to tell them goddamn folks, man.
But you're different. I ain't never seen you a different. I'm speaking from me.
You speaking for you.
I'm speaking from me. I done took before. And I'm glad they didn't call the police.
I got you.
So how the fuck I'm gonna be a hypocrite and let a nigga take from me and I call the police? I can't do that. That's just me.
I got you.
No shots at Gulag. I love it.
I got you.
But he know this.
I got you. Get what, Bank? I'm gonna take from and I'm gonna call them police on there.
Y'all nigga dirty nigga, bro. Y'all some dirty nigga. That's some dirty shit, bro.
Now, let me just be clear once again. Gucci Mane is still the victim in this situation. However, after seeing this move from Foogiano, you gotta let the man go so you do not get into another sticky situation again. You guys get in the comments below. What do you guys make of Foogiano showing his support for his label mate, Pooh Shiesty? Do you guys think it was a bad move? Do you guys think it was way too early to show his hand? Or do you guys think he's doing the right thing? Like this video, subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys later, man.
Yeah, man, and that's it. That's another. His last two people that he had on his label don't want to be on it. They're still a part of it, but they don't want to be on it. And yeah, from there, he's just gonna create big problem. You know what I mean? So yeah, but appreciate everyone that's tuned in tonight. Any final words, Chino, before we get up out of here? You sound very low.
Y'all can hear me now?
Yeah, there you go.
All right, then, man. Once again, salutes TMR, Chino, salutes to everybody in the chats, man. Thank y'all for watching, man. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe. Y'all already know, man. To another one, man.
Nah, that's a fact. And with that being said, we don't chase clout. It's strictly business we're about. Salute. It's your boy TMR from the TMR Podcast, and this is the Gulag, the Gauntlet Tournament Final.
So the battle's already happened and the judges already made their decision. And the winner of the 2026 the Gulag Gauntlet tournament is MK. Make some noise, yeah.